All right, what up? What up? What's popping? What's going on? What's the deal? What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Aaron B in the building was popping, my dude. Slime Peso, to Sean Brown, Miles, what up? James, Theo C, Love Jess, the Greek surgeon in the building. James, I already done said your name. C Gonzo, Joe Blast in the building, Taylor, General Crew, Reggie Adventures in the building, All Money and Jay Anthony. Man, we got everybody up in here today. Indigo TV, what's going on? Paul, what up? Enterprise 243, what's good? What's good? So before we get into all that shit, all the stuff, bam, make sure you guys get this book, How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day. Ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you go to MrLocario.com to get your copy today. Go to MrLocario.com to get the ebook, get the hard copy, get the audiobook, whichever one you need to get. Make sure you guys get that shit popping. You feel what I'm saying? Also, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. That's where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. And make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. If you're not on the Bad Boy membership, you are slipping, okay? You need to get on the Bad Boy membership and get that shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that. Now, what's popping in the chat? You said, how do I feel about the coronavirus? Man, I can't even, I don't even know, man. I'm just saying, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. You know what I mean? I sneezed twice before the live stream happened. So, I'm hoping. You said the corona's not hitting black people? You said, how does the coronavirus affect the game? You gotta tell these chicks like, hey, listen, we all about to die, so we might as well just start fucking. You feel what I'm saying? That's the line right now. That's what you gotta tell these chicks. Listen, we about to die, so we gotta start fucking. You understand? That's what it is. You gotta do that. And talking about fucking, today's show is about never letting a woman sex shame you. You feel what I'm saying? Never let a woman sex shame you. Okay, so what is sex shaming? So sex shaming is when you're dealing with a woman and she tries to, shout out to April MC in the chat. Sex shaming is when you're dealing with a woman and she's trying to shame you for trying to get sexual with her, bringing up sex quickly. She's trying to sort of make you feel bad about yourself or feel guilty about about wanting to have sex with her, right? And the reason why they do this is because most of these women who will do this to you, they were women who were going to waste your time, or women who are going to be, chicks who are just going to be attention whores, women who are going to manipulate you, just use you. You understand? So what they try to do is that they try to get you to feel some sort of way about fucking them. You understand? And this will come in so many different forms of dealing with a woman. So even when a woman says something like, hey, I need to get to know you more before we fuck, you understand what I'm saying? That's still in that same category. If a chick is on some shit like, well, I just don't feel it yet. I feel like we gotta go on more dates and, talk more, all that other shit. No. You understand what I'm saying? That's on some sex shaming shit, because she knows you're trying to fuck. She knows you want to have sex. She knows that when a man and a woman get together, these are the things that should be happening. You understand? Sex should be happening. But you have the extreme form of sex shaming, which is where a woman, she'll say shit like, oh, is all you want is sex from me? Is that all you want? right? That's sex shaming. Like I was on a date once, and this girl, she said to me, I think it was like maybe within the first 5 or 10 minutes we were talking, right? We was just getting drinks or whatever. She says, I don't understand what's up with all these guys. All these guys just want to talk about sex, right? So that was a little trick where she wanted to throw the whole shit off so that she can make it seem as if, well, let me throw this out so that he won't try to just be on some sex shit right now, so that I could probably just use him for some attention. Or that he may not want to, she's thinking, well, I don't want to have sex with him, so let me do this thing or say this thing that will keep him at bay so that we won't have sex. So anytime when a woman is dealing with you and she's trying to say stuff and do stuff that's going to make it to where sex is going to be avoided, that's her sex shaming you. You understand what I'm saying? Because she knows that you want to have sex. And this is why you have to be more direct with women. You understand, when you're talking to them, when you're dealing with them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all women know when you interact with them, talk to them, hit them up, whatever it is, match with them on Tinder, they all know you want to fuck. But what happens is that the more indirect you are, right, the easier it is for her to play dumb. I'm going to say it again. The more indirect you are with a woman, the easier it is for her to play dumb. You understand? Because if you're just talking to a girl and you say, hey, listen, you say some indirect shit like, hey, let's get together and just hang out, right? And then she gets together with you and y'all are just hanging out. As soon as you start to turn it sexual, she'd be like, but wait a second, hold on. I thought we were just hanging out. I thought we were just chilling, right? But see, that happens because you're being indirect. You should have said, hey, let's get together and hook up. Let's get together and have sex. Let's get together and fuck. I want to come over your house. I want you to come over my house, and I want to get you naked so we can have sex, right? You can't, it's direct. So what happens is it's hard for her to sex shame you because you've already let her know it's about sex. Now, she could still sex shame you at that point. She could say, well, all you want is just sex, right? Yes, all I want is just sex. That's why I'm telling you I want sex. You understand? You might not just want sex, but you're like, listen, I want sex right now. Maybe I want something later. You understand? So that's the thing, is that a chick is going to try to shame you for wanting sex because she'll be like, oh, you're just like all these other guys. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You understand? Like, that's cool. That's cool. Right? And so this is what I'm saying, where you're going to be in situations where women are going to try to sex shame you, because remember, you got to understand something. The same women who are saying, hey, let's take it slow, or why do you only just want sex, yada, yada, yada. There's other guys who she's having sex with right now who she's just giving it up as soon as she meet them. You understand? Giving it up on the second date. Giving it up within that first week, whenever it is. But she's having sex with these guys because she wants to have sex with them. You understand? Since she wants to have sex with those guys, she will not sex shame those. She won't sex shame those guys. You understand? Sex shaming happens when she is not into you sexually. You understand? What are you talking about? That's anecdotal, Locario. What are you talking about? Listen, I told you guys before. I did a video about this a few weeks ago where I said, if the girl's not saying yes, she's saying no. It's that simple. You could break the game down that black and white. She's either saying yes or she's saying no. You understand? All that middle of the road shit, that's a no. Because chicks know whether or not they want to have sex with you. They know if they want to have casual sex with you. They know this. You understand what I'm saying? exactly on money and Jay. There's no gray area within wanting to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? She either wants to fuck you or not. Now, there are times where a chick wanted to fuck you, and then you said or did something that turned her off, and now she's like, well, I don't want to fuck this guy anymore. Or there were times where at first she wasn't really necessarily thinking about it in that sense, and then you said something that made her want to do it. You understand? What up, K-Zag 20 in the building? Exactly. Within the first few minutes of meeting you, women know. They know this. But again, they use your naive, thought process against you. They know that there are guys out there who's going to believe the bullshit. They know there's guys that's going to believe the bullshit. So they keep saying the bullshit. They keep talking to you about, hey, I just want to spend more time to fill you out because I'm not that type of girl. You're going to be like, I'm not that type of girl. April, of course they do. They know within the first few minutes. Stop it, April. You said they know after they first kiss? Okay. You said 6-7 said when's the next Badman conference in New York? It's going to be after we come out with the Game Kings documentary. So that ain't going to be till later this year. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the thing. You got to understand that chicks are going to be out here trying to shame you for wanting to fuck. But they're only doing that because they want to use you for other things. You have to understand that. Oh my goodness, locker room, you starting with the shit already? You say you kind of have to play her game to a certain extent. Being too direct will disqualify you before you even get started. No, it will not. This is what guys think. And I'm actually glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up, locker room. Dudes think that if you're being too direct, that's going to disqualify you from fucking her. Meaning, if I'm more indirect, that's not going to make her, you understand what I'm saying? I'll put it to you like this. Imagine a gay dude had a crush on you, right? A gay dude had a crush on you. And he comes up to me and he says, hey, Mr. Locario, I got a crush on Locker Room. Right? And I say, well, listen, don't be too direct with Locker Room, because if you're too direct, then Locker Room's not going to want to fuck you. Pause. You feel what I'm saying? Now, Locker Room, would it make a difference if he goes indirect or direct? No. Either way, you ain't fucking him because you ain't gay. Right? So because you're not gay, right, you have no interest in him. So it doesn't matter if you're direct or indirect, the answer's still going to be no. The thing with indirect is that you're going to waste more time. You feel what I'm saying? That's what dudes don't get. You understand? Because this is the thing. A lot of times, this is what happened. A lot of times when guys go on a bunch of dates and then they end up fucking the girl, a lot of times the girl was going to fuck you anyway. You understand what I'm saying? She was going to have sex with you anyway. Usually what will happen is if they let's say, for example, you go on a date with a chick, you go on 3 dates, and then y'all have sex on the 3rd date. Right? You could have had sex with that girl most likely on the 1st date. But what happens is this. If let's say she likes you, like she likes you a lot, and she's saying, hey, well, I see he's taking me out, whining and dining me, so let me wait a little bit so that he maybe will take me more seriously. I want to fuck him tonight, but I'll wait a little bit because he's not really pushing the issue, so I'll wait a little bit. So maybe I'll have a little bit more, he'll take me a little bit more seriously. So you wait, and then you end up having sex on the 3rd date. But what happened is that you could have had sex with her in the 1st. You feel what I'm saying? but you waited because you thought you need to sort of be indirect and take shit slow. So a lot of times when dudes do it that way, they think the reason why they had sex or got the sex was because they went indirect and did all the other shit. But what they don't understand is that they could have got it from before. And in fact, a lot of times what happens is that if you end up spending a lot of time waiting to have sex with a girl, that usually will make her, or I should say this, it will make it less likely that you'll end up having sex in a lot of cases. So if you're waiting 3 or 4 dates, that just gives her more time to fill you out and to see like, damn, this guy's kind of not what I was expecting. Now I don't want to fuck him anymore. Because her fantasy of who she thought you were is gone. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what happens. That's the type of shit that happens. You feel what I'm saying? Man. But the call, I might give you guys a caller number 646-481-3901. So if you guys want to call in, you know what I'm saying? You guys can call in. Make that shit pop off. 646-481-3901. And make sure I got my Skype on. Because this thing be acting funny sometime. You feel me? Let me see who this is. You.
Hey, Locario.
What's poppin'? Who's this?
It's Ross from Southern California.
What's going on, bro?
Not much. How about you?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you?
Good. Yeah, so I remember you were talking about like last week, one of your videos about how attractive men have all the power, right? Because they have game, they can get, sex and more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if like a woman, she has game and she's attractive, and who would have more power?
Mm-hmm. So you're saying if a woman has game and is attractive, and a man has game and he's attractive, who has more power to get what they want?
Yeah.
Well, usually the man still has more power. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the man can have sex with a number of different women that he's attracted to, and he can get into a relationship with a woman or women that he's attracted to. Right? What happens with women is this. Women can have sex with a number of different guys, right? But even if she's an attractive woman, usually what she wants is she wants that attractive guy, that top dude. Now, she can get him. Right. She can get him, but the problem is this. What most women want is they want him to themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So what'll happen is this. She'll get that guy, but if she wants to be in a relationship with him, she'll usually end up having to share him. You understand what I'm saying? So she can get him, but she's most likely not going to get him to herself. And so thus she's not getting exactly what she wants if she wants that guy to herself. Now, if she doesn't mind sharing him, then it's all good. You feel what I'm saying? But usually she's going to have to share him. Why? Because that attractive guy knows he's a top dude, and a bunch of women want him. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard for him to want to just be with one woman. You understand what I'm saying?
But even if let's say she also has good game being able to keep a guy, she's still going to have a hard time keeping him all to herself.
Yeah, usually. That's what I'm saying. Because this is what you got to understand. Usually, and of course there's exceptions based off of how a guy was raised and all this other shit. But usually what happens is this.
Right.
When think about this. Think about a guy who can get, let's say you walk into a bar and you can get 10 hot girls in that bar. Then you go to another bar. You could get a bunch of girls in there. Or you could go to like a party. Let's say you go on Tinder. You get like 20 matches a day from beautiful women, right? So you have this
Right.
abundance of women. Do you think that any man is going to say, well, wow, I can get all these women. I just want to stay with this one. Does that make any sense to you? You understand what I'm saying?
No, I mean, what if he is looking for a relationship?
But see, this is what you got to understand. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. What happens is that usually your behavior is correlated to your access. So a lot of times the guys who want that one girl for a relationship is because they have a hard time getting women in the first place. So let's say, for example, if you're the type of guy who hasn't had sex in 6 months, right? You don't really get that many girls throwing you choosing signals or checking you out, right? And then you finally get this one girl who's pretty and who likes you. The first thing you're gonna do is, God damn, this chick is hot. She's giving me sex. I want to wife her up. I want her to be my girlfriend now, right? And so, based off of your experience with women, that's going to propel you to want that one girl. You understand? But if you are a super attractive guy and you have hundreds of girls wanting to fuck with you, you feel what I'm saying? And you have a bunch of chicks who know that you're attractive and they you know that you're that dude. Usually, what happens is that you're gonna be like, damn, like, okay, I have this one girl here, she's quality, but there's another girl here who's quality also. I want both of them. You feel what I'm saying? And I can get both of them. You see what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying, because the question you're asking is a question I got from another guy that's similar. He's like, well, if you're that guy who's sexually attractive and you're also on point to the point women want to be in a long-term relationship with you, what happens is, because this is what I'm saying, most women can't pin that guy down to herself, just to herself, because he's so in demand. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't find a woman can't find a guy like that, because based off of how he was raised, maybe he was raised in a household where he was brought up to think, oh, I just need to be with one woman and that's it, and that's my focus, and so that can happen. But what I'm saying is, usually when a guy knows that he can get a lot of different women, it's hard for him to be with one woman. And if he does be with one woman and gets into that situation, it's usually later on down the line, once he's like in his 40s, 50s, even 60s. And what happens is that even then, he's either in he wants it to be an open relationship, polyamorous relationship, or if it's monogamy, he usually ends up cheating on his woman. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, where based off of the access you have, you understand, you're going to act in, it's almost like when a person's rich, right? When you see a rapper or one of these motherfuckers, you remember they used to have that MTV show Cribs, and you would see the dude, he's like, oh, look at my 5 cars and in my 3 homes. You're like, why the fuck does this motherfucker have 5 cars? Because he can. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how it works. You see what I mean? So based off of what you can get, that's usually how you're going to interact and be. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why, with your original question of, if you have a man who's on point and you have a woman who's on point, the man is still on top because he can get whatever. He can get a girl to be with him and just be with him, and that's it. Or he can get a multiple women and fuck with, and he can have as much sex as he wants. The woman can have as much sex as he wants, but when a woman wants that high quality guy to stay with her, it's difficult to only for her to get him to just stay with her. That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, because like if a man has like all the access, he's not, unless he was raised like
like if he was raised in like a super Christian household, and they're like, hey, you got. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be hard for a chick to get that. It's gonna be hard for a chick to pin that guy down to herself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're saying because also men they're more likely to go off or stray off more than women do. Right.
Well, women will stray too. But what I'm saying though is that what I'm talking about, what people want. You understand what I'm saying? What women will generally want is she wants the super attractive guy to herself. You understand what I'm saying? To only be with her, right? But see, the hard part about that is that a lot of other women want that same guy too. You understand what I'm saying? And so because that guy knows all those women want him, it's going to be hard for any one woman to get him. And this is why you have a lot of women who settle down, because usually what women do is when they settle down in a marriage, it's usually with a beta male. Like most marriages are, the men in them are beta males because women had no choice but to get with the beta male, because the beta male is the type of guy who usually only has a little bit of access to women, and so he feels lucky to be with that one woman, right? You see what I'm saying? This is why you hear shit like, you hear a married guy say, "Oh, me and my wife got into an argument, so I slept on the couch." You understand? Ain't no alpha male sleeping on the couch. You understand? Or you hear shit like, "Oh, me and my wife haven't had sex in months." You understand? That's beta male shit. It's because the wife isn't that sexually attracted to him anyway. You understand? She would be sexually attracted to the alpha male, but she's not sexually attracted to her beta male husband. You understand what I'm saying?
All right. Okay. Makes sense.
Feel me? All right, bro. I got to get a few more of these calls, my brother. Appreciate your call, man. I'm a holla. Peace.
All right. Thanks, Locario.
All right. All right. So let me see who else is up here. You.
Yo, K-Zack and 20, bro.
What's popping, my nigga? What's going on?
What's so good, man? Let me address something that you were saying about women having to settle.
Right.
As you were saying, most women want the best of the best.
Exactly.
But what happens to most women is they have to settle for the best of the rest.
Right. Exactly. Facts.
That's just how that shit go.
Right.
Let me address Miss April MC and that telling fibs and shit. First of all, April. Okay, you know goddamn well if you talk to a dude for 10 minutes, you know either you're not interested, you know if you are interested in husband, you're contemplating, you're waiting. You at least know that, oh, you look like a guy I can fuck. Let me let me make sure. But you know fuckable or not. You know that.
Right.
So I hate when women saying shit, oh, I don't know in a couple of minutes. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that because guys know too.
Right.
All we got to do is look at shit. We ain't even got to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just got to look. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as the guy opened his mouth and she looked him up and down for a couple of minutes, she knows whether or not he's her type. You know what I'm saying? So let's not fool ourselves. And let me say this about men having all the power. You know, just on YouTube in general, right?
Right.
What do you hear dudes complaining about? Dudes complain about not getting no pussy.
Right.
Okay. Women complain about not finding good men to marry.
Exactly.
That's what they complain about. So let's just think about this logically. See, if you're a man and can't get no pussy, you can still jack off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're a woman and you can't get married, you just stuck.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
So men have all the power. The only dudes who think they don't have the power are men who value vagina more than their own penis. Okay? That's what it is.
Preach.
That's it. But man, you know, I ain't gonna stay on and your name is. Stop acting like a little girl in the chat room, man.
That's locker room right there. That's locker room in disguise.
Yeah. He back to feminine. He want to argue with everybody and shit. All right, man.
I'm holla. All right, man. Peace. It's my dude K-Zack and 20. Make sure you guys subscribe to K-Zack and 20. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, what's going on? Hold on. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what's good, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? Who this?
It's LG from Florida now. I used to live in New York.
All right, what's going on? I was just down in Florida like a few weeks ago and shit. What's good with you?
Chilling now. I'm up in Tampa right now. I'm loving it, man.
Right.
I moved down here about 3 months ago, and the girls, oh my God. Beautiful, but
That's what's up.
I was just calling. I was going to say, you know, I've been watching for a while. I'm about to get on the Bad Boy membership. I kept telling myself, I'm like, you know what? It's kind of expensive, but I got a tip for you guys. And the reason why I want to get on the Bad Boy membership is this. Keep this. So I'm busy. I work a lot. But like you and Miles always say, you know, you can hit on bitches at the supermarket, at the gym, restaurants, walking down the street.
Right.
So what I do is because sometimes I lack that motivation. If I get shut down back in the day, I used to be like, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to lay off bitches for a month and a half or something like that until I recover. Fuck that. So what I do is I'm in the supermarket. I actually listen to your videos. And if I see a girl, that makes me, go up and get it. So what happened was, and I felt like a dick. What happened was this. 2 weeks ago, I saw this bad bitch in the supermarket. She was looking at like oatmeal and shit like that. So I was joking around with her. I'm like, yo, you gonna cook for me? So I started chatting her up and everything else. Got the number, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I made a date for Wednesday. I hit her up on Wednesday. I said, hey, we still on for the night. She hits me up 15 minutes before the date's over. No, before the date's about to start. And she's like, oh, sorry, I'm not going. So I did the same thing again the following week. Got the bitch number. It was 3 girls, so I introduced myself to all 3 of them, so they all felt comfortable. I walked up, and I asked one of the friends, I was like whispering in the air, I was like, yo, so is your friend single? So they all started giggling, and they said, oh, ask her. Got the date, set a date up for Thursday. But because of my dumb ass, because I got rejected last week, and the girl flaked on me, I thought she was going to flake too, so I didn't even really get ready. That was my fault. Tell me how the bitch hit me up at 8 o'clock talking about, where are you?
Wow.
I felt like a dumbass. So I say all that to say this. Just because you have one bad one doesn't mean all bitches are like that. You got to stay in the game and keep going and keep chasing.
Exactly.
Because eventually it's going to click.
Exactly.
So I learned that shit. So by watching your videos, actually going out and applying the game, you learn more shit about yourself. And honestly, all you guys who are afraid of approach anxiety, I'm telling you, just do this one simple trick. If you're in the supermarket and you're walking down the street, listen to Mr. Locario as you're walking down the street, and that's going to motivate you. I know it works for me. Because sometimes when you're just walking down the street by yourself, you kind of psych yourself out. But when you hear the advice going in your ear, it's kind of like sleeping and listen to like a fucking foreign language.
That's what's up. And see, you know what's good about all this? What's good about all this too is that, the fact that you're at the level where you're not afraid to go and approach and interact with the women. So, when you're at that level, and like, I got cats on the Bad Boy membership who are at that level, but in the Bad Boy membership takes you to that next step. But then if you're a beginner, it'll take you to that, the next step and then the next step once you're more on it. So the thing is, what you did was you let the past situation fuck up the new situation. You understand? That's what a lot of guys do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is why I tell dudes it's a numbers game. You got to really be out there, because what happens is that you got to get more of those experiences that's going to show you that you could do it. That's going to show you that women want to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys, they quit or they get pissed off or they get discouraged when one girl here or one girl there flakes or rejects them or whatever. But it's like, no, you got to actually put yourself out there on a consistent basis so that you'll get those wins, so you actually see that it's possible for the shit to pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I'm not going to hold you, but I'm going to say one last thing, too. When I started watching your videos, I was a beginner. So by watching your videos, it got me past that beginning step. Right. To get to the next level, I suggest for you guys doing the Bad Boy membership. I know me, I'm going to do it because, like I said, by watching your videos, it motivated me. And when I saw, wow, if I actually approach, rejection's not that bad. You know why? Because if one girl rejects you, the next bitch right around the corner might be feeling your ass. She might be
exactly. Facts.
So you got to keep it moving. And the last thing, I'm sorry, Mr. McCarty, I'll say.
No, go ahead.
Is that with the Bad Boy membership too? It's not just about pussy. Like I saw that video with you and Miles saying pussy is not enough. It's not about the pussy. Like the pussy is good, especially when you've been in the drought for a while.
Right.
But it's about you. It's about what do you want out of life? Because if you go after the girls that you want, that translates to other things, such as jobs and family and relationships. Going after what you want to make you happy. Right. So always put yourself first. You're the king.
Facts, bro. Man, I appreciate the call, my brother.
Just chop it up.
All right, man. I'm going to holler, bro. All right, peace. Later. That's what's up. See, dude, he's on top of that game, man. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it, people. See, this shit is not complicated, man. You got to take that step. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's going on?
Yo, what's up?
What's poppin'? Who this?
This is Jay. I'm in Florida.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. I just been hearing y'all going on and on with Locker Room, and they funny because like I agree with Locker Room. I mean, like there's some things that you just have to like learn. You have to put things into account. And when it comes to Locker Room, I think let me put it back. Let me put it back on them real quick, just so I tell them like, hey, I'm gonna do you one better instead of just arguing with everybody in the comments. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna try to put your point across. a lot better. What he was trying to say in the little last videos was just like you have to take into account of what you are as a man, and some things you got to use to your advantage. But I think the first time he came on, he was talking about looks, money, status, right?
Right.
And then I was like, yeah, in long story short, looks, money, status. It's not everything, but it's very important. And just like he was talking about, I think last time he came on, he was talking about how as a guy you need power to as far as in the dating game, because men don't. I think you said men have all the power because they can approach. Yeah, so like basically, I get what he's saying though. He's saying that basically as a man, you just need to become like well equipped. You have to understand that as a guy by yourself, you don't really do much. You can't just be a guy and be like, well, I have the power to do this and I have the power to do that just because I'm a man. It doesn't work that way. You have to be that guy. You have to be that guy that the other women want, because women can get.
Okay, so wait, let me stop you for a second. How do you become the guy other women want? How do you become the guy that women want?
You have to be like, successful, be, maybe good at talking, you got a mouthpiece, maybe you date other women, you do all type of stuff.
And so my question is this: if looks, money, and status is important, right? How does that play into a woman making a decision when there's a lot of guys who are good looking, there's a lot of guys who have money, and there's guys who have status? So what differentiates? So if a woman's on Tinder, and I know this because I look at some women that I know, like, who are on Tinder that I've dated in the past, all this other stuff. I look into they show me their shit, and there's a bunch of good looking dudes in there. Pause, right? And there's a bunch of guys who got good jobs, all this other stuff. So if she got 15 guys in one day trying to get at her, what differentiates this good-looking guy from that good-looking guy from that good-looking guy?
It can be a number of things. It can be money in some circumstances.
But what if they all have money? They all look good. They all got money, and they got some, a certain type of status because they got some shit popping off. My question is, what separates them?
You're gonna meet some guys. You're gonna meet some girls that can meet just a bunch of guys with money, but that doesn't mean every guy she meets is going to have money. More than likely, she's going to pick the guys with money.
No, but this is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is most guys that women run into are going to have some sort of money. Most of them. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them. So what I'm saying is, if money is a huge factor, what I'm trying to explain to you is this: how is money a huge factor, or how is looks a huge factor when there's no scarcity of that for women? That's what I'm trying to say. You understand?
There is scarcity of that for women. Women, if I'm talking about looks in particular, if you look at almost any single case study they did, almost every single woman voted at least 3/4 of the men they saw on social media or just like in person as unattractive. So
right, but what I'm saying is this: do you think that 1/4? You think they can't get those guys to talk to them?
They probably can. It's just that they have to figure out like which one is better suited for them.
But this is what I'm trying to say though. So what I'm saying is this: if a woman has a choice between 10 good-looking guys, how does their looks make a difference if all of them look good? That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying is I'm trying to use from your logic, because you said the looks and the money and all that is important. My question is, when looks and all of that are like, okay, I'll put it this way. Let's say you need a bachelor's degree to get a certain job, right? Now, this job is hiring. There's 100 people in the waiting room waiting for an interview that have bachelor's degrees, right? What difference does it make that you got a bachelor's degree when you're the 101st person with a bachelor's degree?
I mean, it depends on what other things are they bringing to the table. If they only have a bachelor's degree, then that doesn't mean much.
Okay, thank you. This is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying is, dudes be like, well, you just need looks, money, and status. What difference does it make to have looks, money, and status when there's a bunch of other dudes who have that same shit? That's all I'm saying.
Well, you remember when I first got on, I said looks, money, and status aren't everything. Mm-hmm. It's very important though. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said I was speaking for Locker Room. I understood what he was saying. I was like, there are some things I just didn't agree with.
But that's what I'm saying. What is it? Okay, let's go to the next thing. What is that important for? For what?
It's important for getting women. I know that.
Getting women to do what?
I mean, it depends on what you want. I mean, if you want a relationship, I mean, if you want to, I don't know, be a sugar daddy. I mean, or if you
who wants to be a sugar daddy? Like you want to be.
Some guys are okay with that. There's a lot of guys okay with that. Like if you ever been on Instagram a lot, and you just like if you ever had like a really high tier girlfriend, you just know what type of messages they get in the inbox about guys offering to pay. And
that's the thing. Listen. Nobody wants to be a sugar daddy. That's like saying a chick wants to be a hoe. No, people do certain things. People do certain things because they feel they have no choice. You understand what I'm saying? Like the sugar daddy guy feels he has no choice but to put money out because that's the only way he gonna get pussy. You understand what I'm saying? If you tell that sugar daddy, hey, listen, you could get this girl to do whatever you want without giving her a dime, you think he's gonna say, nah, I like giving this girl hundreds of dollars. They're not gonna say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Come on, Locario. You can't. If you're talking about some guys that have enough money, some guys are okay with doing that.
No, this is what I'm trying to say.
Enough money, they're completely okay with pay. They look at a lot of things from transactional.
No. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and this is just like, think about this in any other logical way. If you go into a store to buy a pair of sneakers and they say, hey, listen, these are free, are you going to still say, you know what, I feel like spending $150? Are you going to do that? You're going to take the free sneakers?
You seem to be forgetting that most guys can't get sex for free.
No, but see you said exactly what I said. I said the reason why they're doing that is because they feel they can't get it without putting up the money. But what I'm saying is they don't like, you said they like being sugar daddies. No, they don't like being sugar daddies. They are sugar daddies by default because they don't know how to get it without being a sugar daddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's supply and demand. If the first rule of economics, if it's really something everybody could get, nobody would pay for it. So that's the fact of the matter.
So you're saying, I want to ask your opinion. Do you think that there are certain guys who it's impossible for them to get sex without putting up any money? Like they just have to. That's like there's no way around it. They just got to give a motherfucker, a chick some paper.
Maybe in very rare cases, maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe they're just like para. I don't mean to diss somebody who's in a wheelchair and all like that, but something like that.
Bro, do you know there's a famous somebody sent me a link to, I forgot the name of the shit, but you probably put this up on Google this or whatever. There's a couple that make YouTube videos, and the nigga's in a wheelchair, and he got a badass wife. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he's not paying her to be his wife. You feel what I mean? Like, so all I'm saying is a lot of dudes.
There are always exceptions, Locario. I'm just saying.
No. But there's another guy who has no arms and no legs, and he has a wife.
Of course, I said there's always exceptions.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Well, okay, so then why don't you be the exception, or why can't a guy be the exception?
I mean, obviously, if it was that easy, then you probably wouldn't have made a YouTube channel, would you?
But it doesn't need to be easy, though. The point is, listen, it don't even need to be easy. It needs to be plausible that it can happen. This is what I never get about dudes. Dudes be like, well, it's too hard. So what? I don't get. Listen, if something's difficult,
not everybody just has that stone cold mentality. I mean, most people, they're just gonna look at as far as how much time am I spending on a certain thing. Some people just feel like it's just too much. It's too much. Some people are not going to go above and beyond for some of their goals. That's just how it is.
I feel you, but then those same people can't complain though. You feel what I'm saying? Those same people can't say, well, this is bullshit, and it's not, because I wouldn't have a problem with that if those type of people would just like be in their corner and don't say nothing. But those are usually the loudest people who be like, yo, you can't do this and you can't do that. And I'm like, they're the biggest, they have the biggest mouths. I'm like, how did the people with the biggest mouths are the ones?
Part of life, Locario. Everybody is always screaming about what's not fair and what is not working in their favor. It's the same thing with women. A lot of things when it comes to guys, it wasn't working in their favor, which is why you have people like you and people like Miles. It's just the fact of the matter is when it comes to learning this type of stuff, it is a lot of stuff that can be learned, but it's not something that you can just pick up within a week or a month.
Ain't nobody said, but see that, and that's the thing. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you because that's the problem. Excuse me. A lot of dudes, they look at shit like this and they want to be on some part-time shit. You feel what I'm saying? This is something you have to cultivate and make that shit a lifestyle. This is what I've been trying to say. So if the person's not willing to do that, then that's on them. You feel what I'm saying? But for those people to act like, well, because this is what they'll say. They'll say, you can't get a woman unless you have looks, money, and status. It's like, no, that's what you think. You understand what I'm saying? That's not true. See, that's the problem I have where dudes who don't have experience will say that's true when I'm in a situation where I'm coaching guys from all types of looks, from all types of backgrounds, all this other shit that's getting shit popping, where I see it actually in real life. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing where it's like, I don't understand how dudes who don't have the experience or aren't getting the things going are the ones that's like me looking at a fucking Tony Robbins seminar and be like, man, Tony Robbins don't know what he's talking about being rich. Fuck he know about being rich. That ain't gonna work. Like, how the fuck I look saying that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a coping mechanism. I mean, some people you just can't, if it's not working for them, then you can't really like, in a sense, empathize with the others that have done it. So in a sense, it's almost like a coping mechanism.
Right. But that's all I'm saying. They got to go back to the person wanting to do it. That's all I'm saying. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I was just trying to like clarify what he was trying to say, and then I mean, I think he made some good points. Some things I agree with, some things I disagree with. I just wanted to clear that up.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate the call, my brother. All right,
no problem.
I'm holla. Peace, man. Shit is crazy. I'm telling you, dudes be. Oh man. I be trying to, get guys to understand they be in their own way. They are in their own way, bro. I'm just like, man. Dudes be in their own way. But the caller number 646-481-3901. All right, let me see. Hold on. You.
Yo, Mr. Locario, what's going on, brother?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
It's Martin from Florida. What's going on?
Chilling. There's a lot of people from Florida calling in, man. Might have to do a seminar in Florida. Shit.
Florida calling in. Yo, we got to use this. What we got to use this for, like, for brothers all over. Because like the caller before the last caller, he was talking about, it's more than just about pussy. Especially for brothers, because I can hear that most of the people who call you are brothers. We got to start linking up together for the ones who are in the same cities and everything and then get together, like form a little mastermind. It don't got to be about girls. Because the thing is, if we all gravitate towards Locario, that means that there's something inside of us that is usually tending to vibrate on the same frequency.
Right.
That means we probably have a lot of other stuff in common too. So for the brothers who are out here who are in the same city, one day we got to create that little thing, like a little hub.
Oh no, we about to do that soon. Me and Miles about to do that real soon. Like after we come out with the documentary, we're gonna be doing something. I don't even want to announce it because people on YouTube be stealing shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna announce it once it's all ready. But yeah, it's gonna be something in that vein. You feel what I'm saying?
Hit me up if you want a little brainstorm.
Yeah, definitely.
But what I was talking about was the last dude, because I got to redeem Florida, because a lot of people think that, Floridians, we're, not to say that the brother who just called wasn't bright, because he's clearly a bright young brother.
Right.
But, a lot of people say, like Charlamagne say, the crazy people come from Florida and Bronx, right?
Right.
That shit ain't true, bro. It's crazy people all over. But, it's intelligent people all over too. So the thing about the guy who called with the looks, money, and status situation, listen, I don't even know if what I'm gonna say is gonna really make any kind of I don't know, mark, because the thing is, when you're ready for the information, that's when you receive it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
But I'm gonna do it anyway. So John Locke is a philosopher, and he had a philosophy. I can't remember it precisely, but it was on color, on how one person could look at a color, and like let's say a bunch of people look at one color, and we can all collectively agree based on our conditioning or what we've been taught that, hey, that's red, right?
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone sees that red as the same grade.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to one person, that red, based off of my understanding, that red might be a little greenish or a little orangish. But to another person, that red might have a little slight tint of blue.
Right.
But there's no way I can prove or I can tell how you see that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because your subjective world, your subjective reality is based off of your perception, off of your senses.
Right.
So therefore, that statement alone invalidates the whole look situation, because what these guys are really talking about, they don't really care about the money or the status. They're really focused on the looks, because they understand that the things such as money and status, those things they can augment, they can change by hard work, whatever.
Right.
But the looks is what they're hung up on, because they have these little man crushes.
Right.
And they're looking at these guys and they're getting a little moist. You know what I'm saying? And they're wishing that they could look like those guys. You know, and the point is not to take the people who feel that. I'm not trying to make fun of those people.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is that guy does it for you. You understand what I'm saying? But that doesn't necessarily mean that he is the objective mark of what is beauty.
Right.
And I'm gonna make a little point here, because when you were in elementary, you had a crayon box. The crayon box didn't have one color in it. It had some crayon boxes had 24, some had 12, some had fucking 46, 56, whatever, 100 crayons in it. The reason why is because when you give people when people have options, they're going to choose based off of their own desire, their own preference. They don't go to the same crayon every time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing for human beings. Just because these crayons were made in this specific way, it doesn't mean that the one person is going to use that crayon all the time. There's choices. So if there was the perfect crayon, then you would look inside of a crayon box with 24 crayons, and only one of the crayons would be used.
Exactly.
That's what these guys are thinking. There's only one guy who these women are gravitating towards.
Right.
And
exactly.
They feel as if they're the white crayon that's on the side that never gets used. That's what they feel like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case. The case is, you got a girl, she's gonna want to use the green crayon. You got another girl who's gonna want to use the pink. Gonna want to use the brown. Gonna use the silk, whatever.
Right.
The thing is, there is no one to everything. The way you look at something and the way you perceive it is not the same way someone else perceives it.
Right.
And the way that you and because you look at it that way, subjectively, you don't think one thing fits all. Women think like that too. I'm not attracted to white women. But there's this one white girl that I follow on YouTube, and every time she posts a video, I look at a picture, I'm like, damn, that girl is so hot. Why am I so attracted to her?
Right.
I can't even explain why I'm attracted to this white girl. I don't even like women. That's why I tell myself I don't like white women. But I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why this white girl is so sexually appealing to me.
Right.
That's because it's beyond my conscious control. It's biological. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So consciously, I've been conditioned to think that I have to do this and only that. But all of that doesn't matter based genetically or biologically, because my subconscious or my biology will bypass all of my conditioning. It's the same thing for women. Women might look at a guy who looks a certain type of way, but then they might look at you and you do it for them, and they can't explain why. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And to think that there's only one guy that does it for every woman, that's insanity.
Right, exactly. Because I've been in situations like that too, where and this is what got me on the whole like looks thing when I would tell people like, yo, looks ain't the end all be all and it's not this whole fucking shit, is because there's times where I remember I would go to like events or parties or whatever, and I'm, coming in looking all fly and shit, thinking I'm all sexy and all this other shit, and I'll holler at a chick, and this is the funny part. There was this one chick I hollered at, and I was trying to get with her, but she didn't give me the number. She wasn't trying to hear it. You understand what I'm saying? Then I saw her I ran into her at another party and she came in with this other dude. Now, the other dude, he was shorter than me, like skinnier than he looked kind of scrawny. You feel what I'm saying? And just kind of looked like a nerd. He wasn't like a bad looking dude, but just looked nerdy and goofy and kind of like on some, just like a Steve Urkel type of dude, but with better clothes. You understand? But it was just like, I'm looking at this motherfucker and I'm like, wait a second. You chose this nigga over me? That's what I was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, then I'm like, yo, people got different tastes. You feel what I'm saying? So just off the looks part, there could have been other shit that she liked about him or whatever, but just based off the looks part. And I've been in them situations where I've seen that happen, where it's like, guys or guys just in general, I'm like, damn. You understand? K. Zaggy said that's my ego. Exactly. My ego was like all fucked up because I've seen dudes who, look like just some regular type of dude with a bad chick, and then there'll be a better looking dude, and the chick is like whatever, or better looking to, whoever's looking at him. You feel what I'm saying? And just like what you were saying. So it's all subjective. This is what people don't understand. Like the shit is so subjective. So you're thinking that because like you said, guys be thinking every chick is going to like a Chris Hemsworth type of dude. Like, oh, that's the guy. And if I don't look like that type of guy, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or Idris Elba. If I don't look like that guy, it's over. And it's just like, yo, there's so many fucking things that make a woman physically attractive. Just like you said, you was like, I don't like the white girls, but it was something about this white chick that made me like her. And on top of that, what people don't understand is that what you're attracted to a lot of times has to do a lot with what you were surrounded by and what you were around when you were brought up as a kid. So you may have been around certain types of looks and people and all this other stuff that sort of shapes your attraction for the opposite sex. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's just, come on, guys. And then the thing that I find hilarious is when they take the premise or they take the guys that they're intelligent or they're being logical. Mm-hmm. Not to put down Locker Room or the guy who called previously, but brothers, you're not being logical. Think about it for a minute. Nature doesn't do anything. Everything nature does is for efficiency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why the world or the earth is in a globe or a circular or spherical form is because that's the most energetically efficient form that an object could take, which is formless. So if you take, for example, like a drop of water, when water, it's usually in a circle. When you blow a bubble, it's in a circle. So that's because that's the most efficient form that type of material could take. You know what I'm saying? These things are not coincidental. These things are designed specifically by an intelligence. So if we look at humans, if it was only one type of person that did it for everything, then how come every single human being looks different?
Exactly. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. It's like the fucking logic is right in the face, and people, because I'm like, wait a second, how are all these quote unquote unattractive people or the people you deem attractive, how the fuck did they get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that even work? You know what I'm saying?
How did it get here? Because the thing about it is, nature wants to give us options. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And the thing, when you go to a buffet, you may not want to eat the broccoli. You may not want to eat the baked chicken. But somebody out there, they've been craving baked chicken for the whole week.
Exactly.
They've been craving broccoli for the whole week. And when they get to that buffet, that's all they're going to eat.
Right.
But you're looking at, I don't want no baked chicken. I don't want no broccoli. Because you're looking at the world only from your perspective. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's why you can't get outside of your head. You have to look at it from objective perspective, a truly logical perspective, and if it was just that everybody, there was only one type of person that was the best type, then all of us would look that way because everything else would have died off already.
Right.
That wasn't the best type. That's what evolution is. And you could argue and say, yeah, well, that's happening right now. Yeah, but the thing about it is, most of you guys who are talking about this look, money, status thing, you've been conditioned by a white or European standard of beauty to begin with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'm willing to bet the guys or women. Look at the women that locker room or the guy who just called, or anyone who argues about look, money, status. Look at the women or the women and the men that they talk about the most. I guarantee they would fall along the lines of subjective, of the beauty created under the European standard of beauty.
Right.
Because you can tell they're operating under conditioning. They're not operating from their true self. And like you say, the truth is within you. They're not operating for themselves from within. Because clearly they're hung up on bullshit.
Right.
And then if you look at anything in society, everything in society honestly is bullshit. Even the fact that we wear clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. It's true.
It's all bullshit. It's all stupid as fuck. We live inside of houses. You know what I'm saying? It's all stupid. It doesn't make any sense. The money that we have, the jobs that we go to, the buildings that are aligned, the streets, none of this shit makes any sense at all. We're just doing it just to do it. Give us something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you live inside of that matrix, when you operate within that matrix, you're talking about look, money, and status. Then you are so much into the matrix that you can't see the truth. You know what I'm saying? When you start to get back into yourself, when you start to go back down into what is important and what really matters, you start to see that all that shit is bullshit, and you start to see the beauty inside of you. That's what these guys are missing. That they can't see the beauty inside of them because they let somebody else tell them what's beautiful.
Exactly. See, Matt. See, you woke as fuck, my nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like, because you see what's popping on. Because man, it's just like, I swear that this is the crazy shit. Because it's like all that stuff you saying is like shit that I've been trying to get these dudes to understand for years. But just like you said, some people are not going to be able to see it until, you know, they got to see it from that perspective. But they got to be in a space to see it from that perspective. And the problem with a lot of guys is that the reason why they can't see it from that perspective is, like you said, if they're so caught up on just the looks, money, status stuff, they've never put themselves in a situation for their reality to clash with their illusion. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had never been in that situation. And that's what I said. That's what I said. Like, you know, the thing is that, and I think truthfully, most people don't want it to clash with their illusions. If you're gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying?
It's painful.
If you're gonna be honest, because a lot of dudes, what happened is some people like to stay in their bubble, and so anything that goes, you know, contrary to that, they don't want to hear that because then that's gonna make them have to reevaluate certain things. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember when I was going through some issues like stress and all that stuff, and pretty much like mental kind of situation or psychological. And I had all this information in front of me. I was even full disclosure, I was even seeing a counselor and everything. But after 2 or 3 sessions with the counselor was like, I mean, you pretty much know everything. the thing about it was I wasn't waiting on the counselor to help me. I started looking up information on my own. You know, not Googling everything because you don't want to do that. You want to get it from reliable sources.
Right.
And the thing about it is, most of the issues that we have psychologically, they're very easy to solve once you have the information. And I remember I was with a chick at a time, and there was a video I had watched, and then I wanted her to watch it too, so she could kind of understand where I was coming from. And then she was like, "Oh, I'll watch it later."
Oh.
And then I was like, "Damn, this bitch is not supportive." But now when I look at it, it's not that she wasn't supportive; she was afraid.
That's deep.
She was afraid that this information might trigger her or might allow her or give her some sort of insight on what she might be going through, and it might also give her the work that she might have to do. And a lot of times we don't want to prepare to do work, or we don't want to plan to do work because all we're doing is planning to fail. A lot of
exactly. That's facts right there. That's facts right there. Because like you said, you know, once you know certain things, once you know, certain things, it's like, damn, now I actually got to put in work. Because see, it's like this with the whole looks, money, status thing. Once a guy realizes it's not just about your looks and the money and all that other stuff, then he says, shit, I've been bullshitting all this time. And now if I actually want something to go down, I got to put in some work. So the easy thing to do is to say, no, it's just about looks, money, and status. So now you can stay in the bubble and not have to do no work and just keep saying it's about looks, money, and status. You see what I'm saying? Right. And so that's what people love to do. That's what people love to do. Because even like when I hear on YouTube where guys talk about choosing signals and all that other shit a lot, where it's like the truth is dudes are just scared to approach women. You feel what I'm saying? Because their ego, they don't want to get rejected and all other stuff. So they put out a narrative of, well, you know, it's beta to cold approach, and you know, if you got to just wait for women to choose you. So they do all these things to not have to do the work it takes to make shit happen. You see what I'm saying? So they want to believe certain things so that they can stay in the bubble. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I understand. And the thing is, over that mountain is paradise. You gotta understand that, you know. And then even in the Bible it says, you know, if you have just the faith of a mustard seed, you can move any mountain. And you have to first believe in yourself. You know, first believe that you can accomplish something. And it seems like to me a lot of these guys who are stuck on these things, you know, look, money, it's like they don't really believe. They don't believe the stuff that you say. They don't believe in themselves.
Right.
They don't believe in the law of universal law. They don't believe in the fact that, you know, hey man, there are millions and billions of women. I don't know how many people on the planet, but there's millions of women out there that find you attractive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But first you have to first see the beauty in yourself, because nobody's gonna see something in you that you don't see in yourself. Man.
Exactly.
The way that you think about yourself, that does a lot to you physically. If you don't think too much of yourself, you're gonna walk a certain way. You're gonna talk a certain way. You're gonna scare off people by your energy alone. Everything that we see around us, everything that we are, everything that we ever will be is energy. Your thoughts are energy. So the way that you think shapes you, the way that you look and everything, the way that you feel, the things that you do. So when you have that type of mindset, you're vibrating on a certain frequency. And what in the world would make you think that another person wouldn't be able to pick up on that?
Right.
You ever see when you come across someone and they want to fight you, you already know. They don't gotta say nothing to you. You know, what is that? What is that? That's a transference of energy. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing works with how you think of yourself. And if you think you're an ugly person, you're gonna be telling girls, "Hey, I'm ugly."
Right,
you know
exactly. Right.
They're like, "Oh, well, you're ugly. All right, cool. All right, then. So I ain't gotta mess with you."
Exactly.
But if you believe that you're beautiful, you're gonna start doing things too that are beautiful. And people love beautiful things, and that can be a wide variety. So when you start doing that type of stuff, you're gonna start attracting people who are vibrating on your frequency. And if you operate on the frequency of beauty, then you will attract beautiful things. And there is no gate. There is no lockout when it comes to what's beautiful. Anyone can enter. You understand what I'm saying? It's up to you.
Right. That's facts, bro. Man, you've been going. You got a YouTube channel?
No, not with this kind of stuff. Though,
man, you gotta start a YouTube channel, bro. I'm telling you. You gotta start that, man. I'll subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me be your ghostwriter.
Yeah, I know, right? Throw you some dollars and shit. I'm gonna be like Drake out here. Like,
let me be your ghostwriter and shit. That's what we need to do.
No, I'm telling you, man. You gotta get that YouTube channel, bro. That'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
I'm a holler, man.
As always.
All right, man. Be safe. That's what I'm talking about. My dude is woke as fuck, bro. He definitely need to. See, I want dudes like him to have YouTube channels, man. You got a bunch of fuck niggas out here with these YouTube channels and shit. Like, talking stupid shit. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Niggas out here with these YouTube channels.
You.
Yo, what's good, Locario?
What's popping? What's going on, bro?
What's good, Locario? This locker room, bro. So, okay, check this out, right? Now, if somebody was trying to, let's say somebody was trying to teach people how to be a millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't a millionaire themselves,
mm-hmm.
right? Most people that think logically, right,
mm-hmm.
they wouldn't take advice from that person,
mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So when you have guys in the chat like K Zagan, right,
mm-hmm.
that want to give game and they want to talk this shit, right,
mm-hmm.
but they have zero proof
mm-hmm.
of what they actually can pull and attract. Listen, maybe I'm tripping because I'm a logical thinker, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Is it wrong for me as a logical thinker to ask a guy like K Zagan to show his women, because he does have a dating channel, right? And he talks all this shit in the chat. Is it wrong for me to ask him where his women are at? Is it wrong for me?
Well, see, this is the difference. Let me tell you the difference between a guy who has money that's teaching you how to make money and a guy who's teaching you how to get girls. The difference is that you can somewhat verify in certain situations, because dudes could still fake it or whatever. You can verify if this dude has money or not and all this other stuff, right? The best way to verify if a guy who's teaching you game actually has game and understands what's popping off is you would actually have to try the shit he's telling you. You understand what I'm saying? It's really the only way. Unless you met him in person. You understand? And I would even go as far as to say even a guy who's talking about millions of dollars, unless you know for a fact, like a nigga like Tony Robbins or Grant Cardone, you can obviously see it because they have the money and the resources to do what they're doing. But the thing with dating is, and I've said this a million fucking times, is that I can literally get any girl to come on camera with me and say this is my girl. So that you actually can't get proof like that. You can only get proof in the pudding, which is the advice, which you would have to try. You understand what I'm saying?
But see, here's my thing though, right, Locario? Because see, when callers call up, other callers, myself, when we call up, right, and we discuss LMS and attracting high quality women, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have guys in the chat like K Zagan who try to say you have not just K Zagan, you have a lot of guys in the chat that try to say you don't need this, right? So okay, if that's your opinion, I'm fine with that, right? But if that's going to be your opinion, right, shouldn't you have proof to say, listen, here's this chick, right? She's a high quality woman, and I don't have LMS, and I still got her, right?
Right. So all I'm asking you is this. I'm asking you a simple question. How do you verify the proof?
Listen, I verify the proof by the guys who say that you don't need it, then show me that I don't need it.
No. My question is, my question is, okay, the guy says you don't need looks, money, status. He says, look, here goes a high quality chick that I'm fucking with. How do you know that he's telling the truth?
Because listen, I guess you have a point with that, right? Because you're trying.
That's what I'm saying.
You're trying to say that. I guess you're trying. No, because you're trying to flip the argument. Like, well, how do you know if he's telling the truth or not? How do you know if it's a lie or not? Well, listen, aren't you truthful, nigger? Aren't you a truthful man?
That's what I'm saying. How do you know? How do you know? That's what I'm saying. How do you know what is being said is real until you actually use what's being said? That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. How this is how people get duped. This is how people get fucking scammed. Because let's say for a guy who's on the internet talking about, yo, I got millions of dollars. Let me show you how I did it, right? The nigga could rent a fucking mansion or some shit. He could rent a car and say, yo, this is what I did, blah, 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 right? Now, if you try what he's saying, or you take, information from a bunch of different people and try those things out or whatever, and it works for you, then that's the proof. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with dating.
See, here's where I gotta disagree, Locario. Because let's take a guy who does have
elements, right? Let's just say Floyd Money Mayweather, right? I always use him as an example, right? Very rich guy, has status, has money, right? I can go on YouTube, like I said before. He has an abundant. You niggas on YouTube want to talk about an abundance mindset. This nigga has an abundance of women that he's dealt with in the past and currently, right? I've said this before in a chat. You could go on YouTube and you can type in Floyd Mayweather women, and a slew of videos will pop up of him showing everybody the women that he's dealt with.
Well,
right?
again, you can't use. Hold on, use an example. Use an example that's not a celebrity.
Use an example of listen. I'm using. I could probably find an example of a guy that's not a celebrity, but a celebrity that's somebody everybody in the chat we could look up.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. When you're using, but this is what I'm saying. When you're using a celebrity, that makes your argument invalid, because that celebrity again has certain resources and things that you could have already seen happening throughout.
He has money and he has
career,
status, right?
Say that again.
Exactly. He has money and he has status, right? That's what the conversation is about. We're talking about looks, money, and status. So like I said, we can go on YouTube and we can see his real abundance lifestyle.
So basically, okay, so I see what you're saying. So this is what you're saying. So you're saying because you can see that Floyd Mayweather may be fucking with a girl, and you think, well, he does have these things, so that means that equals you have to have these things to get the girl. Is that what you're saying?
No, I never said you have to have them all. The whole LMS argument is that it makes getting women easier. Nobody's saying you have to.
But this is what I'm saying. How do you? Okay, so again, how do you know? How do you know that it made it easier for him to date these women, to have all the looks and the money?
Anybody with any sense knows, right, that this is a capitalistic society.
No. I'm asking the question. No, I'm saying, how do you know that it was easier for him to date these girls versus a guy who doesn't have all that shit? How do you know it's easier? Because I could, if you want to go to celebrities, right? I can choose another celebrity, Johnny Depp. Is it easier for him to deal with his woman, not that he has looks and money?
Listen, like I said before,
and status.
All you niggas that want to talk about Johnny Depp, like I say, Johnny Depp can still, to this day, fuck better women than most of you.
No, but your argument was that it's easier. That's what I'm saying. You said it's easier. Didn't you say that?
Yes, I just said that.
And what I'm saying is, I don't have a fraction of the money that Johnny Depp has or the fame, and my relationships are way easier than his.
You have the quality of women that he has.
Yes, I do. I have better quality women than him, actually. So
where are they?
So that's what I'm saying.
Listen, hold on, because you used to do live streams, Locario, with women. Why can't we see these women? Why can't you put them in your live stream? You used to do live streams with women. What happened to the girls?
What happened to what girls?
The girls that you used to put in your live streams.
Yeah, those are like friends and models that I work with. Those are my girlfriends.
So what about the women? What about the abundance of women that you have? Why can't you? If you have them in such an abundance, you and Chase and all you dating coaches, if y'all have them in such abundance, and you really could care less if they come or go, why can't you put them in the live stream?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you why. It's real simple. Locker room, have I ever seen your face? Locker room, have I ever seen your face?
Unblock the locker room and go on my channel. I have a live stream.
No. What I'm saying is, do you have your face all over the internet?
Yes, I do.
Where? I never seen your face.
Unblock. Tell Chase Hagan to stop being a hater. Every time his argument gets shot down, he won't block somebody. Unblock me and go on my channel, bro.
And then what I'm saying is, did you just put your face out just now?
My face out, but what's your point? My face is
my point is that there are people who don't want to be seen in the public like this. That's what I'm saying. Just like you have YouTubers who they have big YouTube channels, but you've never seen their face. They just do audio and they do commentary, but they don't want their face out there. There are people who don't want their face out there.
So the women that deal with Floyd Mayweather, they're okay with their face being shown when they're
Yes, they are. Some people are and some people aren't. That's what it's that simple.
But you don't want
it's just like hold on. Just like you ever heard of the Forbes list of the rich people?
Yeah.
You know, there's rich people who say, don't put my shit in that magazine. They don't want their shit out there. But they're
Locario, see, here's why I'm going to tell you why your argument is very flawed. I'm going to tell you why.
Oh.
You have a lot of subscribers, right?
Uh-huh.
And I know women. Women love attention and they love shit like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know for a fact that if you are dealing with high quality women, a lot of these women want to get their followers up. They want this clout that you have.
Mm.
So
this is what I'm saying. I just told you, bro. I said the women that I had on here were models and women who want to get their face out there. Then there's women that I know personally who don't.
Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
The women that you mess with, right? You're telling me that not one of them says they're okay with their face being shown on your live stream. I'm like, come on, bro. A logical person, I'm not gonna believe
Yes,
that.
you want to know why? You want to know why? I tell you, it's super simple, bro. This is what I try to explain to you when it comes to the game, right? Let's say I'm dating a girl named Shaniqua, right? Mm-hmm. Now, let's say Shaniqua is dating another guy named Steve, right? Now, let's say she says to Steve, hey, Steve, I'm not the type of girl who just has sex on the first date. I'm not the type of girl who, is just going to give it up. I need to get to know you more, Steve, blah, 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 right? So now I go on the fucking live stream and I'll be like, hey, guys, look, it's me and Shaniqua. I fucked the shit out of her last night and I just met her. You understand what I'm saying? So because you don't understand that women are dealing with guys in different ways, that's why a lot of women don't want to put their business out there, because she may be dealing with me in a certain way and dealing with another guy differently. This is why women like to be discreet in certain situations. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's why you will have women that will deal with a person like me or deal with a person like K-Zag20 or whoever, right? Which they do not want their face out there.
Okay, and you know, Locario, I respect that.
That's what I'm saying.
When you have guys, right, like yourself, because you were just talking about being direct earlier, right? Mm-hmm. When you have guys like you, K-Zagging, even the Allen Roger Currys of the world, to be specific, right? Mm-hmm. When you have guys like this that want to get on the internet and they want to they want to say that being direct works with women, mm-hmm. right? But they want to give you examples of things to say to women, right? Mm-hmm. But they never want to show them being direct with women. Listen, K-Zagging, mm-hmm. if you're still in the chat listening, I see you in the chat listening, right? You have a dating channel, right? Mm-hmm. Let's take Locario out of it, because Locario, he got his reasons why he don't want. He got a wife, he got a girl. He don't want to put his women out there. What's your excuse, K-Zagging? What's your excuse?
Why are you so mad at K-Zagging?
Let us see you going out. Let us see you being direct with these women. Let us see it, bro. Because I'm not a believer.
But this is your issue, though. This is the issue. The issue is this. I'm gonna tell you the big issue is this. This is a free country. You understand? Meaning that you have the choice of whether or not to watch the content, believe the content. No one's saying you have to watch it and believe it. You understand what I'm saying? No one's saying you have to buy anything. So what I'm saying is that if you have because this dude's out here, like, this is a dude, I don't know if y'all know this dude on YouTube named Tay Social. Tay Social is dope. Tay Social goes out, he's like a pickup artist, black dude. He goes out, he shows you himself approaching women, kissing women, doing all this stuff. If that's what you like, check out Tay Social. He's dope, right? Now, what I'm saying is that...
Hold on. I gotta stop you right there, Locario, because Tay Social, right? He's not in your chat right now trying to tell me and other dudes in the chat how being direct and all this shit works. Now, if he was, I would say that. I would say that to him. You got niggas in the chat wearing a Kango like K-Zagging that don't want to show them being direct or want to try to tell dudes.
But this is what you don't understand, bro. This is what you don't understand. This is what you don't understand. See, what you got to understand is this. You're asking for things that you are not even ready to receive. And what I mean is this. No, let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. When I coach guys one-on-one, right? When we're out one-on-one in real life, they actually see me approach women, interact with women, be direct with women, and all this other shit, right? Now that's designated for people who I am actually coaching and who actually want the information. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you already said you don't believe most of the shit we talking about. So if you do not believe in the first place, why in the hell would I overextend myself to prove something to you? You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, can I explain? Can I explain why that would be beneficial for you?
Go ahead, explain.
Because once again, let's go back to the analogy that I gave you when I first started calling. If I'm trying, let's say I'm trying to convince people, right, to come to a seminar where I talk about being a millionaire, right? And let's say I show up to the seminar and I raise my hand and I say, hey, are you a millionaire? And are you telling me that you're going to be up on stage telling me, well, what do I got to prove to you I'm a millionaire for? Listen, you can get up out of here.
No, like I said, and you're not listening to the situation. If you come to a seminar, right, and you're in person, right, and you can talk to the person and you can try to verify shit in person, then yes, that's all good. What I'm saying is you're telling someone to prove shit on the internet that can't be proven on the internet. And you just told me that I just made the point you can't do it. So what I'm saying is, how does one on the internet prove that they have this or that where you can verify that what they're saying is true? That's what I'm saying.
Listen, so by your logic, then nothing you say can be really verified then, right?
And this is why I said that it can be verified. Hold on, because you're not listening. I said earlier, it's verified by you doing the work. Just like how I have people call in that are on the Bad Boy membership and they say, hey, yo, we just had a dude call up earlier. He said, bro, I've been listening to your fucking videos. I've been doing this and doing that. I'm approaching this girl, I'm approaching that girl. I got shit popping. That's verification when you're actually doing the thing.
Up and said he didn't even go on the fucking date with the girl?
He said, listen, you're not listening, bro. He said that what he's hearing is getting him to understand, hey, just because something fucked up last time doesn't mean it's gonna fuck up again, which propels him to actually want to make something go down. Do you see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is the problem with you is you're the type of person who needs I don't believe anything until I see it. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, if you need to see that, check out Tay Social, check out RSD. They've done it a million fucking times.
No,
you understand what I'm saying?
Tay Social, like I said, Tay Social ain't in your comments talking about if you don't go direct to women, you're pussy, all this bullshit these niggas is talking about.
It doesn't, so listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't get that.
I'm telling niggas like K Zaggin, since you go direct so often, right, and it's working for you so well, then show us. That's all I'm saying.
But again, I ask you again, how are we going to show you on the internet?
So how are you giving all this game on the internet then, Locario?
Because the game is just you understanding the words, the concepts, the techniques, the insight which you use to actually make it happen.
So by your own logic, right, since you can't verify you being direct works, then all the shit you say really can't be verified either then, right?
No, this is what you're not, see, this is what you're not understanding. Hold on, this is what you're not understanding. You don't realize that you have to put in work. This is what you don't understand. Locker room, you don't understand this shit. You got to put in the fucking work. You understand? This is what you, listen. A lot of the game that I learned was from somebody telling me some certain things, and I tried it, period. I didn't need to see them do it. I tried the shit they were talking about.
Guess what, Locario? So because you live life a certain way, that means I'm supposed to live it the same way?
No.
You have your own way of doing things. I have mine.
Exactly. So again, I go back to this. If what you need is for someone to prove it to you, why would you keep badgering somebody who's not going to give you that quote unquote proof? That don't make no sense, does it? You understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't make sense for them, right? Niggas like K Zaggin to be in the chat constantly saying certain shit and they're not going to prove it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not coming out here to bash none of these niggas. Just I'm saying that certain shit works when you're not even gonna show it. Shut the fuck up.
But what I'm saying is this.
Be quiet.
What I'm saying is this. Again, we go back to this. You still not answering how they gonna prove it.
by that same logic, I shouldn't listen to anything you say then, right? Because if you're not going to prove that going direct works, then why should I believe you telling me that going direct is going to work? By your logic.
Like I said, you can believe anything you want. That's what I'm saying. This, like I said, it's a free country. You can believe anything you want, bro.
Exactly, and I can choose to believe that going direct will shoot yourself in the foot. And when I say that in the chat, niggas like Ken Zagan always got something to say.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are you going to prove that going direct doesn't work?
I will. I will go out and I will show you niggas, since y'all want to talk about it does work, I'm going to show you how it doesn't work. I'm going to show you how girls react when you do go direct. Because y'all just want to talk about...
Okay, so what does it mean? What does it mean? Hold on. What does it mean for going direct to work? What does that mean? Let's talk about that.
Okay. If you going direct, let's say you see a chick at Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
You niggas' version of going direct is, okay, I'm gonna go up to this chick and tell her, hey, I really want to hook up with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
My version, me in my mind, that working is her hooking up with you. And anything less than that is it didn't fucking work.
And see, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Okay.
That's where you're wrong.
So
because
am I wrong?
this because you got to understand something. Going direct always works. 100% of the time. 100% of the time.
Pen and paper out. Let me get my pen. Let me get my notepad.
It's real simple. 100% of the time. Going direct always works. I'm gonna tell you how.
Okay.
If I go up to a woman in Kmart or fucking Target or whatever, and I say, hey, listen, miss, I think you're attractive and I want to fuck the shit out you, right? If she says yes, it worked. If she says no, it worked. You understand what I'm saying? Because what direct does is it saves you time. That's why it works. Because if that girl wanted to fuck me, she'd fuck me. If that girl didn't want to fuck me, she's not gonna fuck me. Period.
This is where I disagree, because you say that you didn't waste your time. This is why I put in the chat earlier. I said this whole wasting time, quote unquote, narrative is nonsense. Because you want to know why, Locario? You listening?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to waste time regardless. So
How?
You telling hold on. You telling guys, right, to go up and to just blurt this shit out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it's gonna save you time. That's fucking idiotic.
How is that idiotic?
You're going to waste time with these women regardless of what you do. If you take a chick out on a date for a drink, I can say that's a waste of time, right?
No, what is your objective when you're dealing with the women? What's your objective? They say he just want to. I know this is just fun for me. I'm just letting y'all know this is fun for me. You're like Locario, why you keep doing this? This is fun for me. But go ahead, keep going.
Your objective when you approach, right, is to obviously, sleep with that woman.
Okay, right.
So if you go up and approach,
mm-hmm.
right, and you blurt that shit out right from the get-go,
mm-hmm.
what I'm telling you is that you're going to turn off a lot of chicks who probably would have fucked you had you not have said that. And your logic is, well, no, I'm saving myself time. My argument against that is, no, you're wasting your time by even going up and approaching and saying that stupid ass shit when you could have just said, hey, let's get together, let's hang out, let's go do something, get the chick out in person. So
by your logic, me going up and saying, hey, let's hang out and let's chill and let's do all this other extra shit, does that mean I'm gonna get sex from her?
No, Locario, nothing is guaranteed, bro.
Okay, so if it's not guaranteed, why am I doing all that shit?
Because you have a higher chance of doing that if you don't say some stupid ass.
No, but how is it a higher chance? How do you have a higher chance of having sex with a woman by taking more time to skirt around the idea of having sex? Because,
Locario, women don't want to be. A lot of women don't want to just be looked at like that, bro.
Looked at like what?
Certain chicks actually want to get to see Locario. Maybe you only want to deal with sluts and hoes, but some of these better quality women, they actually want to talk to you, get to know you, see what you're.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. If I'm trying to sell you a car, but you have no interest in buying a car, right? But I say to you, hey, bro, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight? Blah, blah, blah. And we start talking about sports. We start talking about all this other shit. And then 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour into the conversation, I say, hey, well, listen, the reason why I approached you is because I want to sell you this car. Does me taking all that time make it to where you're now going to buy this car? Even though you're not interested in buying no fucking car. Does me saying that an hour later change the fact that you don't want the fucking car?
Listen.
No, I'm asking yes or no. Yes or no?
Listen, no, it's not.
Okay, so then what are you talking about?
Doesn't make sense, right? Because if you go up to a girl, right, and let's say you get her number, you say, hey, let's meet up for coffee, like that, right? Right. That means that if she agrees to that, that means she has some sort of interest in hanging out with you and seeing what the fuck they're talking about, right? Okay. It'd be different than going up to
Wait, stop. Hold on, stop. Wait, stop right there. You said she has some interest in what? Hanging out and talking to you, maybe. You ain't saying nothing about sex, though. How you know she has an interest in having sex with you?
You gotta listen. No dude is just walking up and fucking the chick that easy, bro. Stop.
So wait, hold on. So locker room. So basically, what you're saying is you've never met a girl off the bat and just fucked her that night. Is that what you're saying?
Locario, I ain't never met no girl. Walked up to her and say, "Hey, I want to fuck you," and then then we start fucking.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's your experience. I have. That's your experience. I have on multiple occasions.
And there's no guarantee that you're telling the truth or whatever the fuck you're talking about. But
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, locker room. So what's the point then? What's the point? What's the point, locker room?
Hold on, Locario.
What's the point?
Locario, let me just explain something. When you go out and you meet women, let's say you meet a chick at Walmart, right?
I'm gonna give you 3 more minutes, locker room, and but go ahead.
You have to go up to her, you have to approach her, right? You have to talk to her. You maybe ask her out for some drinks, coffee, dinner date, whatever the case may be, right? It's steps to it, bro. All I'm saying is this being direct shit, I think is shooting yourself in the foot. Because, like I said, bro, a lot of women, they're not just allowing men to just come fuck them at will like that. They want to get to know you. They want to see what you're about. They want to know where you come from. They want to have some sort of a conversation. They want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to get to know you a little bit before they just jump straight into that. And all I'm saying is I feel like doing shit like that is shoot yourself in the foot. That's my whole argument, bro. But I know you got to go. I know you got to take more calls. So do what you got to do, bro.
Oh, man. All right, man. I'm going to holler, bro. Man, poor locker room, bro. Damn. I feel bad because he's never experienced meeting a woman, being direct with her, and having sex with her. He's never experienced that. It's crazy. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this? You.
Yo, peace, Locario.
What's poppin'? Who this?
Not much, Brandon.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. Yeah, I just wanted to call on for a few and say a few things, man. Like I'm 24, you know, and I appreciate all the things that you do, man. Like all the shit that you saying is right. The last caller, he have cognitive dissonance, man, and the stuff that you saying is going against his own belief.
Right,
you know?
Right.
Just like the caller before him. This is our reality. You create your own reality. Mm-hmm. So if that's what he believes, you know, that's what he gonna experience. Right. You know. Right. If I want to fuck a woman, just like how you say, I gotta have sex appeal. Mm-hmm. So that's the energy I'm gonna draw off. Mm-hmm. You know, I could be an ugly motherfucker and still fucking bad bitches.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So, you know. We are the creators of our own reality.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. When me and Miles was in Houston. You understand what I'm saying? Shooting the Game Kings documentary. You know what I'm saying? And we went to this spot, this club. We met these 2 girls, and we took them back to the spot. You feel what I'm saying? Same night. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And this is what I'm trying to tell Locker Room is that he just hasn't been in those situations. So he's like, that doesn't happen, and nah. You understand what I'm saying? The shit goes down, but he hasn't been in those situations. So to him, it's like fucking impossible. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. Like I really feel like he's just a troll,
man. but it's crazy though, because I be having people that hit me up. They like, yo, man, Locario, why you keep spending time on that? But it's just I gotta chill. I gotta give locker room probably like 3 minutes to 5 minutes the next time. But it's so fun to me. This shit is hilarious. Like this is hilarious to me. That's like my guilty pleasure. Just like hearing the goofy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. right. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and say that, man.
Yeah.
I love the energy that you bring off. I could tell that you are another woke person, and you know, man, I just love connecting with intelligent, melanated beings.
That's what's up.
And peace to you, God. Peace.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, my brother. I'm holla.
No problem.
Yeah, man. Shit crazy. Hold on. Let me see who else is calling. You. Yo.
Hello?
What's poppin'? Who this?
Yeah, it's Nez from London.
Nez, why your phone sound kind of crazy? What's going on?
I have no idea. It might be some static or interference.
Okay. It's a little bit back. I can hear you, but what's going on with you, man?
I'm good, man. How you been?
I'm chilling. What's going on?
Yeah, so I just wanted to quickly remark apropos of Locker Room's statement about being direct. I've kind of experimented and tried doing the same thing as well, but to no avail. I mean, I was out last week, like I said, and I've been trying to do some online game as well, but nothing is really materializing. The Tinder and the Bumble game is really difficult these days, especially in Anglosphere countries, because in Anglosphere countries, open market dating, chicks from the UK especially, they're hung up on looks. So, I mean, I could go up to a girl and be as direct as I want, and make it clear that I'm interested, that I'm into her, that I want to like get a situation going. But she'll, in more cases than not, she'll reject me on the spot. And even if she does give me her number after I message her and I text her to try and set something up, she always goes quiet or just.
Let me say something. Let me give you guys a little bit of game. I shouldn't even be telling you guys this, but this is some shit, because I feel like I'll tell you why direct is not working for some of you guys, and I'm gonna tell you how to make it fucking work. Right? This is what you got to do. This is the key. Okay. One, when it comes to exactly, Zach already know what I'm about to talk about. One is that some of y'all have to work on you got to work on your confidence in your sex appeal. Right? That's one. You understand? You got to work on your confidence in your sex appeal, because a lot of times you could go direct, but if your energy sounds like you don't even believe what you're saying, you feel what I'm saying? Or you're not sure about what you're talking about, a girl's not going to feel what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? That's one. Two, you have to be able to read women. You understand? You have to be able to read women. So, meaning that when you talk to a girl, right? You have to be able to read and see if she's being receptive to your flirting, right? Because being direct doesn't necessarily mean that the first thing that comes out of your mouth when you talk to a girl is, hey, I want to fuck you, which it could be if you want to go down that route and, do what you got to do. But you go up to a girl, talking to her, hey, what's up, miss? How you doing? What's your name? Oh, Stacy, nice to meet you, Locario, blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at how she's looking at me. Is she smiling? Does she seem like she's, and this is just off the first 5 seconds, 10 seconds. How receptive is she to me? You feel what I'm saying? And so what happens is, based off of her being receptive, that basically can tell you if she's going to be receptive to you being direct in a way where she's going to actually want to make it happen with you. So, for example, I went on a date with a girl once where I met her at a bar, right? She got there before me. She's sitting down. I come in. She gets up. I give her a hug. We give each other a tight hug. We sit down, right? Now, we were talking for maybe like a minute, maybe a minute and a half, right? And I saw from her body language how she hugged me, how she was smiling at me, how close she was to me. And I said, listen, do you just want to get out of here and, hook up and just have some fun? Like, let's just bounce. So she said, yeah, just enthusiastically, yeah, hell yeah, right? But I was able to be direct with her, and that worked based off of how I was seeing how she was being responsive. You see what I'm saying? So off the bat, I saw that she was into me like that. So it was easier for me to predict that most likely she's going to be down for when I say, hey, let's just go and fuck. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that y'all have to be very cognizant of your confidence, your appearance, all that energy, but also how she's being receptive to what you're saying and doing. Now, this doesn't mean that it's going to happen all the time, but more often than not, when you're being direct that way, that's going to yield you more results. But like I said to Locker Room, is that no matter if she says yes or no, it's still working, because now you're seeing if this girl actually wants to fuck with you or if she don't. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. So a lot of times you're probably just going direct, but you're not reading the signs. So you're probably going direct to chicks that's not even showing you any interest. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but to waltz up to a woman who you don't know in the street and just tell her to her face up front that you want to fuck her, you'd have to be some type of nutcase or like a way.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you go up to the girl, hey, miss, how you doing? She's like, oh, I'm fine. My name's Nez. What's your name? Tiffany, nice to meet you, Tiffany. Listen, I came over here because I thought you were sexy as fuck, and I think me and you need to get together and hook up sometime. Give me your number. Direct.
Okay, but riddle me this then. So the crux of the matter is the game is about sifting through the girls that don't like you and finding the girls that do want to fuck with you or do
yes.
like you, and capitalizing on that.
Yes.
Chicks who are into you from the get-go. So that means the game by itself is rather inconsequential, because if you went to the shop or I went to the shop and I bought like an electronic item that only worked maybe 10% of the time or 20% of the time or even below that, would you consider that item to be working, or would you return it to the shop and get a refund?
No, that's a false equivalency. You have to understand that it's a numbers game with women. It's not this woman is supposed to work this way. You understand what I'm saying? It's supposed to be where you have a sample size of people and you choose from that sample size who's receptive to you. It's just like you're a politician. You campaign. You understand what I'm saying? To get the vote. You understand? The Joe Biden or fucking Trump is not sitting there saying, damn, well, I need this one person over here to vote for me. No, I need a number of people to vote for me. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I need. I need a small percentage of people to vote for me. That's what it is. So you need a small percentage of women to fuck with you. You understand? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but there's other factors and other variables that are involved
like
that kind of influence it, namely your look. So like a guy like Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, if he and I went into a bar, or if you and him went into a bar, who's going to get more girls? Like you or
who
him?
knows? It depends on what the girls like. If there's a lot of girls who like his type, he'll probably get more girls. If the girls like my type, I'll probably get more girls. But guess what? Who gives a fuck? We're both getting girls, right? If you go into a spot and you get 4 girls' numbers and the other guy gets 7 girls' numbers, who cares? If you fuck one or two of those girls and he fucks 2 of those girls, who cares, right? You still fucking the girls, right? Why do you care that this guy got more?
Yeah, but I care though, because at the end of the day, like it's probably a given that the girls I get are going to be of a lower standard and a lower quality.
And whose fault is that? Why are you hollering at the low quality chicks?
Because I have more of a chance to get with those than the hotter ones.
And why do you think that?
Because I've tried to get at the hot ones and no luck so far.
So you've tried to get with every hot chick in the world, and it's just that's it. Like there's no other hot girls to talk to.
Not in the world, but you know the ones I see in bars and clubs when I used to do cold approach consistently. Certainly, yeah. And on,
okay,
on
so then
wouldn't
mean that, hey, maybe I need to tighten up my game? Maybe you got to do something different?
No, it would probably mean I need to look smack a little bit more and change up my style. Maybe get some like rhinoplasty on my nose and like some jaw implants or something.
So wait, you think that getting jaw implants is the thing that's going to make it better?
Perhaps if it makes my jaw more pronounced.
Well, what is that going to do?
It's going to make more. It could make more women be attracted to me.
And so you're trying to tell me that there's no women, and Nez, this is the funny part. This is the funny part. I've seen Nez. Me and Nez did a Skype once. Nez is not a bad looking dude. This is the funny part. Nez is not a bad looking fucking guy. You understand? Like Nez is like, I would say, an above average looking dude. This is the funny part. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what's so funny about this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm saying is you don't need to do none of that extra shit. You just have to tighten up on other aspects. Because like you said, you just said that you feel like you need to get the low quality women. That's in your game, you think that this is all you deserve, which is why when you talk to the women you consider higher quality, that's why it's hard for you to get them. Because you think that you can only get low quality chicks. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'm saying is this, is that your mindset, you have a poor mindset. It's just like if a person is poor and they don't have enough money, they say, well, I can't afford that because I don't have enough money, right? Which usually is what happens. If you don't have enough money, you can't get this expensive thing or this high quality thing. So it's the same thing in your mind. Your mind, you have a poor mindset. So when you go to the higher quality women, you can't get them because you're basically saying, I don't have enough to get you. That's what you're saying to them. And this is why they reject you. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got to switch the mind. It ain't no fucking jawline shit and all that other extra shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because then this is what you got to understand. Even with looks, there are women who will reject you because they think you're too good looking. You understand what I'm saying? Women will do this. They'll be intimidated by the fact you look good and don't want to fuck with you. Or, and this is see, man, I wish you guys, I really wish a lot of you guys would be super good looking or however you wish you could be, so you see it's not all peaches and cream. Because there's times where women will, and I've been on dates like this, women will try to fucking give you a hard time because you're good looking. Why? Because they think because you're good looking, you can get any chick you want, or a lot of chicks want to fuck with you, so they want to be the fucking exception to the rule and give you a hard fucking time. You understand what I'm saying?
Test you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They'll test you in that way where they'll try to give you a hard time because they think, well, this motherfucker think he all that. I'm going to fucking be difficult. You understand what I'm saying? So everything is not... Wait, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. No, I had a situation like that a couple of years ago, actually, because I went to an event and, everyone there was kind of introverted and shy and stuff. And I was kind of acting all confident and brash and cocky and stuff. And this chick was like, this goofy chick was trying to put me down and try and
exactly
kind of everybody to try and like kind of quote unquote put me back in my face, as it were. But
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So at any aspect of the game, nothing is 100% like gonna just be easy. It's not gonna be on easy mode. The thing is, you have to be able to step your shit up, tighten your shit. You know what I'm saying? Tighten your game so that you can get those girls. That's what I'm saying. Like the ones that you want. The way you're gonna get them is you have to switch that mindset up, bro. That's what I'm saying. Because you don't got no problem approaching girls and talking to girls and all that. The problem is that you put these hot women on a pedestal and you make them out to be this thing. You see what I'm saying? You make them out to be this thing.
Yeah, I still adhere to black pill philosophy, but I'm pro taking action and pro cold approaching. Because if you don't take action, then what other option is there? You're just going to end up with nothing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you got to get into that mindset. Like you got to be in a situation where, like, let me ask you this: have you ever been in a situation where you're talking to a really hot girl and she kind of was annoying, and then you was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna just walk away. I'm gonna leave the conversation. I'm not gonna try to get with her." or let's say she gave you the number and you just stopped calling her because she was a bitch. Have you ever done that?
No, I can't say I have.
And see, you got to start doing shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? You got to start being in situations where you fucking reject the hot women. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you got to be in. Because right now, I'm sure you've been in situations where a chick was acting like a bitch and you still kept texting her, still kept trying to get a date with her, and she was being disrespectful. You're like, oh, but she's so hot. No. Talk to a hot girl. If the chick is fucking annoying, be like, miss, you have a nice night. And you walk the fuck away. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of shit you need to get on. Because right now, you have these women on a pedestal. You understand what I'm saying? You have to see them as the same regular chick like every other chick. And that's when you're going to start fucking getting the girls. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start talking to these hot girls. And you're going to come off with the energy of, if this girl don't fucking say the shit I want her to say or do the shit I want her to do, I'm out. I'm not fucking with her. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the type of shit you need to get on. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to start talking to more and more women and switch that mindset up. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what's going to get you to that next level. You feel what I mean?
I see. I understand. All right.
All right, bro?
Cheers.
All right, man. I'm holla. Peace. Bye. My nigga Nez, man. All right, let me take like one or two more calls before I head up out of here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Yo, what's poppin'? You?
Yo, Locario, what's good?
What's going on?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Yo, perfect. I've been trying to get that motherfucking license for like the longest shit, but
I feel you.
the conversation with Locario was that interesting, but I want to reference something like two callers ago was saying about if looks was all that matters and shit, then everybody would look the same. You remember when he said that?
Right.
Yeah, but I was thinking, what if? Okay, let me give you this analogy, right? Let's say you go home to your house and shit, and you tell your mom, I want to eat steak today and shit, or like lasagna or whatever, expensive shit.
Right.
And she tell you, you know what? Oh, yo, we ain't got none of that. We only got burgers, McDonald's, that's it. We don't have none of that expensive shit. You know, but I want the burger. I want the steak. I want the lasagna. That's what I want. She's like, no, we only have burgers. And now you're forced to eat burgers, but you're not happy with it. You feel me? So what if it's the same thing when it comes to that? I mean, of course, what if it's like ugly people are fucking other ugly people and they're not happy with it? You know what I'm saying?
He's saying the ugly people are fucking all the ugly people?
Yeah, like burger, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what's happening. And then, and by the way, you could have two attractive people and still make an ugly person, by the way, if y'all didn't know that.
You say you could still have what?
Two attractive people that make an ugly person, like an ugly baby or average looking baby.
Right. And then you can have the ugly person have sex with a good looking person. You see what I'm saying? So either way, because this is the thing. Let's say for example, let's say if we're just talking about, because we gotta take it to a certain standard of beauty. So let's say like like, I don't know, an American standard of beauty or some shit or whatever, like, European or whatever the fuck it is, right? Let's say only 15 to 20% of those people look like that. And there's 80% of the people that don't look like that, right? There's no way in hell that, and let's say 10% of those people are guys and 10% is women. There's no way in hell that 10% of those guys can fuck or be with a large percentage of the rest of the population. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So therefore, what happens is even by default, if you're an average looking guy, you can still get women just by default. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure. No, but most likely they're going to be other average looking women though.
No, but you can still get a hot woman though. That's what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is that, and again, this what goes into the deeper aspects of psychology when it comes to attraction. Is that, and this is what I was talking about with Nez earlier. Just because you're a good-looking guy doesn't mean that it's going to be easier for you to get a good-looking woman. Because sometimes the good-looking woman...
Easier.
Say that again?
I think it's going to be easier.
Why do you think it's going to be easier?
Why do I think it's going to be easier? Because I see it often.
No. But you also see often a bunch of average-looking dudes with hot chicks.
Yeah, and I also see ugly chicks with dudes that are better looking than them.
Right. That's what, and there's a reason. There's a reason for that, though. There's a reason for that. One of the reasons is that usually this is what happens. You will have a good-looking woman with an average-looking dude because that good-looking woman doesn't think she's as good-looking as she is. That's one. Two, you have a good-looking woman with an average dude because she knows she's good-looking, but she wants to be with the average-looking guy because she feels more safe with that guy. You understand what I'm saying? And three, you have that good-looking woman, and she sees the good-looking guy and she's intimidated by that good-looking guy, doesn't want to fuck with him. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how that dynamic plays out. Then when they have a really good-looking dude with an average-looking girl or below average-looking girl, usually what happens is that good-looking guy may not have the self-esteem to be able to go out and get the types of chicks he wants because he can get those other girls on easy mode. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a little bit easier for him to get those type of average to below average looking girls, which is why he gets those chicks, right? Two, what happens is that the really good looking chicks, sometimes he may not find like he can get those chicks, but again, like I said, those chicks sometimes will give him a hard time because again, it's the intimidation. Again, the women want to be the prettier one in the relationship. You feel what I'm saying? But go ahead, what are you saying?
Right. I was going to say, okay, so you believe if you're not getting like the type of chicks you want in the game, it's because you ain't got no game? Because I remember you said that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It was like you. No, it was like you, Miles, a funny guy, and a dude from the UK. You
right.
The live stream.
Mm-hmm.
But then the funny guy brought up a very good point, though.
What he said?
He said, what if the guy is a 4 and he keep getting with 5s and 6s? That's like 2 points above him.
Well, what makes a guy a 4? What makes a guy a 4?
Overall attractiveness, I guess.
No, but that's what I'm saying. What makes a guy attractive?
Looks, I guess, charisma, money, status, all of that plays a part.
Okay, so...
Hold on. What I was going to say, though. Hold on. Let me finish. I was going to say, what if that guy, he wasn't getting nothing before, right? That 4. And then he got on the bad boy membership, and now he's consistently getting 5s and 6s. Doesn't that mean he has game, even if he was the 8 and the 9? You're
saying that if he wasn't getting any women, but then he was getting women that he considered 5s and 6s, does that mean he has game?
After he got on the bad boy membership, he's consistently getting 5s and 6s, although he was the 8 and the 9s, but he's consistently getting 5s and 6s, and he wasn't getting nothing before. To me, that means he has game.
No, he has game, but what I'm saying is that his game isn't tight if he wants better quality women. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is the tighter your game is the closer you're going to get to your goal of what you want to happen. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree, but I also do think, is there a ceiling? Because you had a video where you said everybody's success is going to look different in the game.
Right.
And I agreed with that. You said, I forgot the analogy you used. It was a good one, but you pretty much said everybody can put in the work to get to a better position, but everybody's success is not going to look the same. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
The guy that's before, his success, that's what it looks like. Him consistently getting 5, 6, 7s or whatever. But let's say someone like you, the way your success looks is you can get the 8 and the 9, whatever. Both of y'all getting shit. Both of y'all doing better than y'all would if y'all didn't have no game. But the success looks different. You see what I'm saying?
No, but what I'm saying is that the guy can. What I'm saying is this is even deeper than that. The guy that's the 4, right? He could step up his game and get the 8s, 9s, and 10s. And another guy could get the 8s, 9s, and 10s. What I'm saying when it's different, I mean that each of them have different ideas of what an 8, 9, and 10 is. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that whatever the 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s are always subjective to the individual man. And he's the only one who knows if he's getting 5, 6s, 7s, or 8s. So what I'm saying is you can't see a dude with a chick and say, oh, he only got a 7. You can't say that about him. Only he can say that about him. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So there's no objective 7, 8, 9, or 10. You understand what I'm saying? It's all subjective. So
but we can agree society has a way of measuring attractiveness that's kind of like all across the board section.
No, it's not. No. That's false. That is totally false. Totally false.
100%.
That's 100% false. You understand what I'm saying? That's 100. I'll give you an example. I did that experiment. I did that experiment in the chat room the other day where I said, because this other dude called up talking about, oh, this person is dating 7, 8. I said, if you talk about somebody like Mila Kunis, right? I said everybody in the chat room rate Mila Kunis, right? And we got a bunch of different fucking numbers. I said on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being hot, 1 being whack, rate Mila Kunis. Some people said 9. Some people said 4. Some people said 7. Some people said 6. Some people said 3. Some people, you understand what I'm saying? There's no all across the board because everybody has because this is what I'm saying. For some people, for example, I can see a woman who a guy may think is a 10, and to him a 10 is a tall chick, slim, with a small little booty, and big titties or whatever, right? And some blonde chick. Mm-hmm. To another guy, that chick is a 4 because he don't even like white women. You feel what I'm saying? So to him, a 10 is a chocolate, dark-skinned chick with dreadlocks or natural hair and a fat-ass booty. So how is it there's this universal 10 or universal 9 and 10 when everybody has their different types of thoughts of what is attractive and what isn't? You see what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, there is definitely some wiggle room. You feel me? Like, it's not 100% objective, but I also don't think it's 100% subjective.
No, it is 100% subjective. It's extremely 100% subjective because you got to understand something. There are other, like for example, I think it's in New Zealand or some shit. There's like a tribe over there where the fucking women have these paint on their faces, and that's considered sexy. You understand what I'm saying? So a nigga from that tribe will look at a fucking American chick and be like, this chick's whack, and say the other motherfucker's a 10 that's in his tribe. So it's completely subjective, based off of your culture, based off of your conditioning, based off of what you feel is attractive or not. So there's no universal thing or no wiggle room or none of that shit. I'm telling you, because listen, I get dudes that hit me up all the time that's they be like, yo, I'm messing with this girl and she's bad, blah blah blah, and they send me a picture, and to me, I'm like, I'll give this chick a 6, but he thinks she's a 10. Or another nigga he say, yo, this chick's bad. He send me the picture. I'm like, she's like a 7. She's like a 4. But to him, she's a 10. But I can't tell him nothing. That's what he likes. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, let me ask you this question though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why do you tell dudes to go to the gym?
You said what?
Why do you tell dudes to go to the gym?
I don't tell dudes to go to the gym, but I say going to the gym can help you be healthier and help your body and make your body look better.
But it's subjective.
It is. It is.
So, don't even mention the gym.
We said it again?
It's not even necessary to mention the gym. It's not even necessary to mention what.
No. What you're not understanding is that if you're the type of guy who is, like, for example, a dude could go to the gym and be brolic as fuck, and another nigga could go to the gym and be skinny as shit, right? So, again, like I said, they're fucking, they're both going to the gym, but they both look totally different, right? Now, one woman may see that guy who's brolic and be like, yo, that motherfucker's sexy, I like the way his muscles look or whatever. Another chick may see him and be like, this nigga got too many fucking muscles, I'm not attracted to that shit. Another chick may see the guy who's slimmer and be like, yo, that motherfucker looks sexy as shit. And another woman may see him and be like, he too skinny. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not this thing where you're trying to get a person or people are trying to look the exact same. We're just saying with both those guys, they're upgrading themselves to the best of their own ability. You feel what I'm saying? And then what's going to happen is women who are attracted to their type of body, because if we're just strictly talking about the body, women who are attracted to their types of bodies will be attracted to those types of bodies. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where it still goes back to subjectiveness, because that skinny dude is probably never going to look like that dude with the fucking muscles, and the dude with the fucking muscles is never going to look like the skinny nigga, but they both going to the gym. And you understand what I'm saying? So they're both working on their body to get their body the best it could be for them. You see what I'm saying? But see, that's the thing where dudes be talking about this universal shit. Like the other caller was saying, they look at it as like there's this one type of person or one type of guy, one type of look that everybody's gonna think is hot, that everybody's gonna think is sexy. That's not true. Like me, for example, for women, I like women who are thick. I like women who got an ass, got some thighs. Like a chick who's skinny, to me, like a chick who's real skinny, she's automatically a fucking 6 or maybe 5.5 and below. Automatically, just off of her being skinny. You understand what I'm saying? Automatically. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me, though. But another dude, that skinny chick is a 10. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Let me just bring up that last point before I actually go to the gym and shit. But I was going to tell you, when it comes to the whole looks, money, and status discussion, I think that... You hear?
Yeah, go ahead. What are you saying?
Yeah. I think what you get wrong about status is, I think whenever you hear the word status, what you hear is celebrity. I don't think it necessarily means that. For example, let's say a dude is like, he in a basketball team at school or whatever, like he's a football player or whatever, or he's like the leader in his church or whatever it is. That's status, but he's not necessarily a celebrity. You feel me? I think that's what we mean by that. But I feel like every time you hear it, you keep hearing celebrity in your head.
No, I understand that could be the factor. What I'm saying is, what does that do for the guy trying to get sex, though? What does that do for him?
It's attractive to women. That's what it does.
No, but what I'm saying is, what is that? How does that make it to where? How does that translate to him getting sex?
It's an attention grabber. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how does that attract? How does that correlate to him fucking the woman?
Locario, he's getting the attention. So if he gets the attention, if he uses the right way, he can get to the sex.
No. But this is the see. If we talking about looks, money, and status, if we want to pick out of those three, the looks is the most likely thing that would get him more closer to sex than money or status.
Okay, sure.
Right?
Sure. And I feel like the stuff we're talking about that is they don't have the looks, so they try to compensate. They be like, okay, I'm gonna increase my status, or I'm gonna increase my money, or whatever.
Right, but what I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is status and money doesn't equate to you being sexually attractive to a woman. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but just because he's getting attention, or just because a woman wants to be with him because he has status, doesn't necessarily equate to her wanting to have sex with him. That's what I'm trying to say. This is what guys don't understand. What makes a woman want to have sex with you is one thing. It's only one thing. There's only one thing.
Okay.
The only one thing that makes a woman have sex with you is if she finds you sexually appealing. Period. That is it.
Locario. Do you think there are certain celebrities right now, if they weren't famous, they would be getting the chicks they get?
Say that again?
Don't you think there are celebrities right now, if they were not famous, they would not be getting the chicks that they're getting?
Oh, of course not. They're not going to get those chicks that they're getting.
And I think a lot of these chicks actually like those dudes.
No, they don't like them. They don't. No. Listen, they. No.
I don't think it's always. Oh, you got her when you became famous. I mean, she don't like you at all. I don't think so. I do think it plays a factor. I do think status makes you more attractive. I'm not saying that.
No. That's what I'm saying. Status can make you attractive, but what I'm saying is, what are you attracting? That's what guys don't understand. Y'all think attract. Yeah, this is the issue, and this is the issue that guys get confused about. I did a whole program. You probably could Google it or on YouTube. I did a whole live stream where I talked about the different types of attraction. You have sexual attraction, right? You have attraction where a woman is attracted to you on some friend zone type of shit. You have attraction to women are attracted to your resources. You have attraction to where women is attracted to the attention and all that other stuff that you can give them, which could be the status. You feel what I'm saying? There's all these different types of attraction. So what I'm saying is that a lot of these celebrities, right? What happens is this. They'll get groupies that want to fuck them. You feel what I'm saying? But what happens is this. Is that a lot of those, and this is the reason, a lot of the reason why these women even like them or are interested in them or want them is because they have been promoted. Do you understand what I'm saying? In the media. Yeah. So therefore, they have a marketing campaign for their own shit. It's just like I always use example. If I'm chilling with one of my homegirls and I say, "Yo, did I introduce you to my dude Miles?" And she's like, "Nah, I never met him." And then every time I hang out with her, I talk about how fucking cool Miles is. What do you think's gonna happen when she finally meet Miles?
You're putting it in her subconscious that he's attractive.
Okay, that's what happens with celebrities. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So they have a built-in fucking system to give them that leverage. This is why when hold on, I fucked up. I think it cut off because I plugged out the thing. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I'm about to end this shit anyway. Hold on. What the fuck? I can't see my... It's on again? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me call this. All right. Hold on. Because Yo.
Yo, did you pick up?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Locario, what's good, man?
What's good?
Yo, so, Chris, man, so, it's funny, niggas won't leave you alone with this look that shit, man.
So wait, hold on. You was the guy that was just calling, right? That just called?
Yeah, I called you right now, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no.
I talked earlier. I called you right now.
Right. Nah, what I was saying is that, you know, you gotta understand that when people use celebrities, that's a fucking... It's a marketing campaign, just like, and this is what I was trying to the thing I was trying to explain to you. It's just like
I'm not that guy that was just talking. Somebody else just called.
Oh, okay, my bad. But I want to say this real quick. Before we get into it. I wanted the fucking example I wanted to show was Jeremy Meeks, and if people remember Jeremy Meeks, he was the dude who had the mugshot and all the chicks was going crazy for and all this other stuff.
Right.
My question to everyone is, why weren't they going crazy before? What happened where it took until them to put his shit out in the media for him to get that much attention? You see what I'm saying? This is why you can't compare yourself to a celebrity. You feel what I'm saying? Celebrity makes it to where they put there's a media marketing campaign for you to get that type of access to a bunch of women who's gonna see you, and then therefore that's gonna get shit, you know, popping off of you a little bit easier than the average dude. But what's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. Like, it's funny, man. They just won't leave you alone with that shit. Man. Every live stream, like he just doesn't want to do it. Accept it.
Right. So what's going on?
But yeah, the thing that is fucking me up is that, like, you know, so like, yeah, I've been doing what you know, a lot of you.
Go ahead, you sit there. You.
The chicks, right? Like.
Well, you cut out. You cut out. Say that again.
Like sometimes, like when I'm fucking the chick, right? Every like 1 in 4 times, I might like lose my. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, every time, like 1 in 4 times, I might like lose the erection or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, the chick will often pull back or like kind of ghost.
Right.
And, you know, I kind of think that, you know, like I'm kind of like more conventionally attractive. So I think that, like, you know, the sex kind of for them is validational. It's like, you know, it's like proof that I like them. You know what I mean? And like if I don't get the hard on, if I lose it, it's like, oh, this nigga doesn't like me. So let me pull back because I want to get my feelings hurt. And like that shit happens all the time. Like not all the time, but often enough that like it's a problem. And I'm noticing that every time that like that happens, like we talk for a little bit and then like they pull away.
Right.
So, like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, how? I got a girlfriend right now, but I'm thinking like, how can you sustain the interest if you know like, you're not hitting it right? Because sometimes like you lose your erection. Like
right.
I stay in shape. I'm 27. I went to sex therapy for this, try to figure it out, but like I mean, like I've gotten better. Try to like enjoy the moment, but every now and then I still have this issue where like I might lose the erection, and then the chick will just bounce.
Well, the thing is this:
it seemed like they were interested.
Well,
like talking every day for a minute, and then like talking every day for maybe like a couple of weeks, and then like or even like a month. Maybe sometimes like it'd be some of our schedules not matching up, so we don't see each other as frequently. But eventually we do see each other. We get to the sex, and if that don't work out well, she kind of pulls away, starts playing games, like taking a day to respond. At that point, I just like drop it, but still kind of frustrated because like if I hit it right, she probably would hit it.
Well, let me ask you this: how long has this been happening? Shit like this, where you lose it, and then like, is this happening this past year? Has it been happening like, for a long time? Like, how long has it been happening?
It's been about 3 years.
3 years? Okay, and have you been in like to the doctor to find out if because it's either one or two things. It's either mental or physical. So if it's mental, that's a good thing because then it's really just like an anxiety thing and whatever. But if it's physical, you might have it's something that's physically happening to where you can't keep it up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of testing. Like the doctors don't think it's physical; they think it's mental. So like, I went to sex therapy for it.
Right.
And like, he was telling me that he thinks I have like strange like obsessions about sex. That like I hold like myself to a really high bar, and then that makes me nervous and shit like that. So we worked on trying to like enjoy the moment and all that. And like I did see some progress, but like it still happens from time to time.
And do you watch a lot of porn?
Nah, yeah, I cut that down. I cut down the porn, cut down the masturbation. Like
right.
To me, it's like if I'm going out, like I try not to masturbate for 2 days before that.
You say you try not to do what?
Try not to masturbate for 2 days before that. Like I'm going out on Friday with the boys. Like I do masturbate.
Well, do you
masturbating by Wednesday?
No, but what I'm saying. So but you still masturbate though?
Yeah, like maybe once or twice a week.
Okay, so cut out masturbation, like, period. Like, don't masturbate. You understand what I'm saying? At all. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's probably going to be hard to do cold turkey, but so I'll say for now, beat off once a month or twice a month. Let's do twice a month. The 15th and the 31st. That's the only time you beat off. You see what I'm saying? And then you want to completely stop. So that's going to help you out a lot where you don't masturbate. Because what happens is you want to get your dick used to just getting hard for vagina. So that's one thing. Two, this is what I want to ask you also. And be honest, because this is going to help you out.
Sure.
How attracted are you to the women you're fucking? Like are they really hot women that you're super attracted to? Or are they just like average chicks that it's kind of like they're all right?
Most of them, I would say, for me, are like 7 to 8.
So they're like okay. They're not like the
Yeah, I mean, like I haven't gotten with a chick that I thought was just like so fucking bad. Well, I got with chicks that like I was like I'm proud to show off this chick. Like if people see me go home with this chick, like I'm proud of that. You know what I mean?
Right. So and so
I was definitely attracted to them, but I got the erection. I just walked it.
And so when you're having sex with these women, are they the type of women who are what's what I'm looking for? Are they also sexually like free? Are they the type of women who they're super into it, or is they kind of like starfish? They kind of just lay there. They kind of just they're not really that fun in bed. Is it that type of shit?
I'd say they're super into it. Like we make out and they like pull down my boxers and sucking my dick.
Right.
Like without being prompted.
And like had some chick like try the whole weekend to like get us to fuck, and it just didn't work for some reason. Like I just kept losing.
And so do you? Is it to the point where you're losing it the whole time, where you can't get it in at all, or is it just like y'all fuck for maybe like a few minutes and then it just goes soft? Which one is it?
It's more like fuck for a few minutes and it goes soft.
Okay. All right. So
I mean, like it happens like maybe 25% of the time. I'm still able to fuck it, you know, and all that shit. But like every like 1 in 4 tries it might happen.
Right.
And, like for me, sometimes like if it's 3 a.m., it's much harder for me to fuck like once it's like really late for some reason.
Right. So yeah. So what I would say is this: is that one, definitely stop the masturbating. You understand what I'm saying? Like cut down on that heavy. You feel what I'm saying? Also, definitely try to make sure that the women that you're dealing with are really like you're super attracted to, because sometimes what happens is, and this is a part of the thing that guys don't understand, they'll think that they're not able to get it up because they just can't get up. But sometimes it's the quality of women you're dealing with, where it's not, you know, it's not working right because you're not really that attracted to them. So just make sure you're at least sexy attracted to them to the point where you know that you can make it happen. Two, you can Google this, but you have to Google stuff that's gonna make your blood flow better. So like I know like doing cardio helps. You understand what I'm saying? Eating certain types of food. You feel what I mean? That also helps too. You see what I'm saying? But I think if you stop the masturbation, you make sure you fucking with chicks that, you know what I'm saying, like get some 8s, 9s, and 10s in your rotation. You see what I mean? And right, and look up what can get the blood flow working. You understand? I think that will, you know, help it out, you know, some more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think
let me ask you this though, like, do you think that like, you know, yeah, I know like you say like looks subjective, but like, you know, like there'll be some chicks that like a decent number of people will consider attractive, like maybe like Beyonce or whatever, like a chick like that bad without that kind of, you know, celebrity status. Like, you think you could kind of get that kind of chick to hang around and deal with some sexual issues where like, you know, you can please her, but like it's not every time, you know. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
you know, like I try to explain to some chicks ahead of time, like, hey, you know, like, you know, like, hey, you know, I have this issue, like, you know, like I feel like talking for like I like delay sex for a little while and explain, hey, I have this issue. I thought I'd let you know. And then, you know, they'll act like they'll be accommodating. And then once it don't work, they start taking it so personal. I'm like,
oh yeah, that's what they're gonna do. But this is what I'm saying. What I would suggest to you though is you have to stop telling them that, and you have to stop saying that to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's part of what is making it partly even worse. Because now what's happening is that because I've had situations like that back in the day where there were times where I couldn't get it up for certain situations and all this other stuff. And so what happens is that you have to not live in that mindset state of this is going to happen, because that's what you're doing right now. You're saying to the girl, hey, look, I just got to warn you, I'm not going to be able to keep it up. So you're already expecting for that to happen. You see what I mean? And so it's more likely that it will happen because you're expecting it and you already have the anxiety that it's going to happen. You see what I mean?
Right.
And so what I'm saying is, like, you know, all the shit I was talking about, you know, like stop the masturbating, don't look at no porn, fucking, you know, get the cardio in, get the blood flow and all that other stuff, and fucking with like super, you know, attractive women who really want to get down. That shit will help you out. So don't mention it and don't say it. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if it happens in the moment, if it does happen in the moment, right? You know, it is what it is, and then the thing is, you gotta see if how the woman responds, but you have to make sure you're not responding like you are feeling bad about it. So what I'm saying is this. So for example, if you're chilling with the girl or whatever, and let's say you feel yourself about to get soft or whatever like that and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And let's say, and this is something that you have to figure out what makes you turned on or you hard or whatever like that. Because for me, usually I'll be with a chick, and let's say if she was just jerking me off and she's ready to go, but I ain't ready to go yet. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll be like, look, I need you to suck my dick. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll get her to do that, and then because she's doing that, that'll get me hard, and then I'm ready to go. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to figure out what is it about being with a woman that turns you on to get you to that point. You feel what I'm saying? And then tell her to do that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And then so if you're in a situation where your shit goes down, don't be apologetic about it. Just be like, hey, I need you to fucking do this thing for me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about, oh, damn, girl, I'm sorry, this happens sometimes. It's like, nah, get on your knees and suck this fucking dick. You feel what I'm saying? And so you understand what I'm saying? So that could help.
It's like about like knowing my body well enough that like if I go soft, like I know what to do.
Exactly. Yes.
To do so that I can get it back up.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? And then when you do that, this is how you find out about if you're sexually compatible with that chick, or if y'all are, have chemistry, or if she's cooperating. Because there's times where I've been with chicks and I would tell them that shit and they wouldn't do it. And now I'm totally soft. I'm like, I can't even fucking get it up now because you ain't doing what the fuck I'm telling you. And so now at that point, I'm looking at her like, I can't even call you back. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because you ain't really trying to, work with a motherfucker. So instead of being apologetic about it, own that it's happening, but you don't make it seem like it's an issue. You just go back into, hey, do this, stand up, turn around, let me smack your ass, whatever the fuck it is, to get yourself back into that point. Because as soon as you're making it seem like an issue, what's going to happen is, of course, she's going to take it personally, like, oh, he must not be attracted to me, so I'm not going to call him again. You feel what I'm saying? Versus if you're telling her to do shit and keep doing shit and to make it happen, then then it's it'll go in that direction to where she's seeing that you still want to fuck with her. Because remember, a lot of these girls will be insecure and they be getting all insecure about this shit. And then you'll get it to that point. Like, I remember I was with this one girl and she was like giving me head, but she was doing it like mad whack. You understand? So it was like, like when it's half hard. You understand what I'm saying? So she's sucking it, and she's like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? I'm like, listen. I say, yo, just keep sucking my shit. You feel me? So then she's doing it again for maybe another like, minute, and then it's getting there, but it's not there yet. And she's like, what's? I say, listen, shut the fuck up and suck my dick. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I told her just like that.
You said it like that?
Yeah, I said it just like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo. And then so she started sucking it real hard and shit, and then the shit got crazy hard, and we got it popping. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like I wasn't like I could feel myself getting soft, but I said, yo, listen, I'm gonna need you to suck this dick. And then she complaining, oh, what's going on? I'm like, yo, suck my dick. She's like, I said, yo, shut the fuck up and suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what she started doing. And then, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't like be like, damn, man, I can't get my shit up. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, this happens. Like, I'm not being apologetic about it. I'm trying to guide her to help me, help her help me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
But like what about like the situation where like let's say God forbid, right? That like I'm in the situation like it's like a lifetime thing that like maybe like 25% of the time we lose the erection for whatever fucking reason. Like, how could you get a chick to fuck with you then?
Say it again.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like if the sex ain't good, like the chick is just gonna leave. She's not gonna really love you. Like she'll always pull away at some point, right? Pull away completely,
right?
Like to somebody else who could really satisfy her, because like. You can text and hang out and all that shit, but like if your body's ain't in sync, like eventually she's not gonna feel that connection. She's gonna leave somehow.
So what's your question?
Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
So what was your question again?
Like can you keep a chick around if you're not dicking her down that well?
In the long term, not really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it depends. It depends on, let's say if you were in a longer term relationship with her and then it got to that, then maybe it'll be a little bit more leeway because she has more attachment to you and all this other shit, and she'll work with you a little more. But if it's a random chick you was like hooking up with, that's usually gonna be hard to do. You see what I'm saying? But this is why I'm saying where.
What if it's somebody that like y'all met off Hinge or whatever, and y'all been talking for a couple of months, y'all been seeing each other for a couple of months, and like sometimes you can dick her down, sometimes you can't.
So you saying if you've been chilling with her for a couple months and y'all been fucking?
Yeah, like sometimes you can dick her down and sometimes you can't. Like sometimes,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you've been with her for a little while, like if you've been with her for a little while and she likes you and you smashed her a few times and then there's times where shit don't pop off, then yeah, that could work. But what I'm saying is if you first get with a girl, let's say you go to the bar, you meet a girl off Tinder or something, and you fuck her, try to fuck her tonight, and then the shit don't work out, and then let's say she, sees you again, and then it'll work out again on the second time, she's probably not going to want to fuck with you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the thing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can do things to help yourself get to that point. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
All right? All right, bro. Appreciate the call, my brother.
All right, thanks for your advice,
keep me posted. Let me know what's good, all right?
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, peace. All right, people. It is about that time. A brother got to head up out of here. So listen, remember to go to MrLocario.com to get this book, How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys go to MrLocario.com, people. Make sure you guys click that link below. Also, go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get the likes up. We got 234 people watching right now. Make sure you get those likes up. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat. You feel me? I'll probably be back on again probably Monday or Wednesday, but always remember Fridays is where it's at. Make sure you guys also check out the Patreon. Everybody should be on Patreon. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario. That's where you get the Bad Boy Show with me and Miles Cunningham. Also, make sure you guys check out the other Patreon, which is patreon.com/The Confidence Show. All you guys should check out The Confidence Show, patreon.com/The Confidence Show. Make sure you join that to listen to those podcasts and all that other good shit, all right? So, guys, I'm out of here. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.